have you on the gym.
I remember that one in the weight room, yeah.
I'm trying to think of where else is like that. I think that's how I'll be for the wrestling divisional tournament. I'm going to be over there. Well, because they're doing 2 mats.
Thanks, Tanner.
So to get both mats, I got to be on there.
Come on, Chuck, let's go, bud. Get your hands up!
That's why I have like the starting keys of the game. We got the old 2000 pregame slide, so kind of look at what's happening. Starter. Relax, play the game, have fun, let's go, go to work. Did you hear Chris? Just as that shot went up, and it goes in.
Outside there, guys, gotta step your help on roll. Hey, it's you. Hey, it's you.
Staple has a Rebel rebound. Kendall turns and runs. She's not one to slow things down. Another perfect screen by Hatch, and this time it's Tingy with the finish on the left side.
Rich Rebel girls basketball is on.
Brown follows the screen inside right post. She missed the first shot, got her own board, and put it back up and in.
Coming off a second consecutive third-place finish at state, the Rebels return for the 2019-2020 season, with sights taking it to the next level.
Walentine, left corner 3, her 3rd triple of the quarter.
Coach Cody Lundgren returns for his 5th season on the bench.
She gets the pass to the right corner, 3-point shot off the back of the iron, just missed by inches, but Brown chases down the Rebel rebound.
And with the athletes, the experience, and the will to win, the Rebels are ready to run.
Staple drives and floats from the left baseline and hits it.
MyLocalRadio.com presents Rich Rebel Basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 Rebel Radio with live streaming video at MyLocalRadio.com.
JC goes free throw line. Hatch pulls the trigger and knocks it down. Sydney Hatch with the bucket.
Rich High School Hoops is presented by Evanston Regional Hospital, Plains Tire of Evanston, by Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, by Come On In of Casper, Auto Farm Chevrolet, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitor Bureau, The Store, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
Rebound, Rebels go the other way. Allie Wallenstein, perfect screen by Sydney Hatch. She just screened off the defense, and Allie finished on the left side with the drive.
And now, Rebel Roundball fans,
The staple baseline jumper is good.
put on your lucky socks, set your seat to full recline, and get ready to cheer on the Rebels
Hatch stuffs it. Sydney Hatch having a great couple of series.
as we head courtside to join the play-by-play voice of the Rebels, Ryan STEINECKERT.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Rich High School and Rebel basketball. Friday, January 24th, back into Region 22 action. The Rebels hosting the Manila Mustangs. Ryan STEINECKERT here, and joining me will be Brody Schofield, the broadcaster for the Manila Mustangs. He'll join us when the game gets underway, or just before pregame, or just before tip-off, I should say. This is Rich Rebel basketball, and we start with the girls against the Manila Mustangs. We'll tell you more about it on our scene set, brought to you by the Christopher Staple family, wishing the Rebels the best when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Evanston Regional Hospital is an affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
Welcome back to Rich High School. No JV girls game. There was a JV half, and the girls won 26-0 over Manila. But no freshman girls game. Manila, just not a lot of girls in the program right now. 7 girls in the basketball team, and so Rich Varsity will take on some of those 7 Manila Mustangs. In the meantime, before the game starts, we've got JV action going on in the boys game, and Manila leads 30-25. A missed shot, a rebound tipped, and Manila keeps possession. We'll keep an eye on this game as we move forward in our pregame show with the scene set, brought to you by the Christopher Staple family, wishing the Rebels the best and good luck. Rich, the home team in this one, so we'll start with the visiting Manila Mustangs. In the girls' game, Manila is ranked number 15 in the latest RPI, scoring 29 points a game and allowing 37 points per game. They're 4-6, but 1-0 in 1A Region 22. They got to win 35-30, or was it 36-30? No, 35-31 over ICS the last time out. And but their 4 wins versus their 6 losses, things get a little bit interesting for Manila. In their 4 wins, they've played against opponents, their opponents in those wins. So in the games that Manila has won this year, their opponents are 5-45, and Manila has averaged a score of 40-18 against those 4 opponents. The opponents who Manila has lost to, so those 6 losses for Manila, those teams, a winning record of 43-17. And Manila has been blown out in those ones, 50-22. It's a tale of 2 seasons, kind of, for the Manila Mustangs girls basketball team in those 4 wins versus those 4 losses. In the 4 wins, they're winning big against bad teams. In the 6 losses, they're losing big against good teams. So finding that middle ground may be a tough thing, and it'll be interesting to see how Rich does against Manila. We saw Rich come out flat against ICS in the first quarter last week, and if Rich does that, Manila could jump out on Rich like the ICS Lions did last week. Now, that's a little bit of a preview on the Manila Mustangs. The Rebels come in ranked number 1 in the RPI ranking. They jumped over Whitehorse last week, scoring 53 points a game and allowing 36. Most recently, in their last 6, the Rebels are 6-0. They've also won by an average score of 59-29, winning by an average of 30 points over their last 6. Providence Hall, Little Snake River, Saratoga, Farson, Eden, Tabiona, and ICS. And most recently, the Rebels improved to 13-2 overall and 2-0 in Region 22 play with a 64-26 win against ICS here on the Rebels' home floor. Dominant win for Rich after a slow first quarter in which they actually trailed some of the way, but ended up taking a lead, and a 5-point lead at the end of the quarter turned into a 7-point lead at half, and then Rich outscored ICS 38-7 in the second half. Again, the Manila Mustangs under Coach Tony Pendleton, no state championships in the girls' basketball history. They went 0-2 at state last year, 1-2 at state the year before that, and didn't make it to state in the 3 years prior. So the Mustangs, with Coach Pendleton in her second year, it's been a few years since they beat Rich. In fact, I've got my Laketown ledger goes back to the 01-02 season, and in that span, the Rebels 32 wins and the Mustangs no wins against Rich. But boy, anything can change on any given day. We'll see how things go today. That's your scene set, brought to you by the Christopher Staple family, wishing the Rebels the best. Stay tuned. We've got your Rich County 4-H standout student when we return. In the JV game, the Rebels trail 32-25 at the end of the third quarter on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Stay tuned. In 4-H, we believe young people have the power and influence to improve the world around us. With hands-on learning and education programs, 4-H members pledge their head to clearer thinking, their heart to greater loyalty, their hands to larger service, and their health to better living. To learn more about 4-H in Rich County, stop by our office in the county building in Randolph or give us a call at 435-793-2435. 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. Back at Ridge High School for Rebel basketball against the Manila Mustangs. Girls first, tip-off scheduled for 22 minutes from now, but that'll probably be a little bit later. The freshman boys game went into overtime, and the Rebels squeaked out a win, 42-37. The varsity girls coming up in a few minutes, but fourth quarter just underway in the JV boys action, so we'll move forward in our pregame show with the standout student, brought to you by Rich County 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. With Connor Greer, a junior at Rich High School. Thanks for your time today, Connor.
Yeah, no problem, Ryan.
You're going to fill in for Coach Brown. How's the team doing?
We're improving a lot. Over the last couple weeks, we've gotten a lot better, but we still have a lot of things we need to work on, and Coach Brown's told us some more things we need to work on. So every week it's something new, but at the end of the week, I think we work on it enough that we can do a lot better during the games.
I think I've got a picture of some things I know that I think the team needs to improve on, but what is Coach Brown telling you? What do you guys know as a team you need to get better at?
Definitely turnovers. We have way too many turnovers. Consistency. We all need to be more consistent with the ball, and we need a rebound, I feel like.
You've, it seems like, in the last couple of weeks, made more of an effort to attack the hoop. Has that been a concerted effort on your part?
Yeah. I don't know. I've always kind of done it, but this year, at the start of the season, I kind of realized I haven't attacked the hoop like I normally have. I feel like that's one of my strengths, so I've kind of started to drive the hoop because it opens up more opportunities for me to score and more opportunities for my teammates to score.
It spreads the floor. If you can attack and dish or finish, it's awesome.
Yeah, it helps the team a lot instead of just all being out on the perimeter and just throwing the ball around.
Let's talk about last weekend's games, the loss at Cokeville, and you mentioned turnovers. That was a problem against Cokeville, Tabiona, and ICS. But what did you see, or what were you guys encouraged by in your game at Cokeville?
I think we kind of started out a little slow during the start of the third quarter. At halftime, Coach Brown told us we need to start doing something different after Cokeville because at halftime we're almost in it every game. And then, I don't know, we just go in excited, and then we come out third quarter and we just come out dead. So that's another problem is we need to change our ways, what we do at halftime, because our third quarter has not been good at all this season.
So is that like turn on some music or do something, a cheer right before you come out of the locker room, or what are you guys going to do?
I don't know. When we played Mountain View at Rock Springs tournament, when we were down 14 at half, our coach Marcus came in and he gave us this little pep talk. So I think we're going to have him start giving us pep talks because he's he's a really good coach, and he gives some good talks. So
He's got some intensity about him, doesn't he?
yeah, he really does love the sport of basketball. You can tell, and he really does care because he's out there during practice every second he can to help us improve on the small things and everything in general.
How about you? Let's shift gears a little bit then and talk about your junior year. How things going?
I think it's going pretty good. Classes are fun.
Let's look back a little bit on the football season. Your thoughts on that?
Football, it's a fun time, and at the end of the day, it's more about teammates and having more friends and becoming friends with other people and getting closer with each other than the sport. But yeah, I don't really know, honestly.
Find some positives in what was a rough season.
Yeah, we made things do. We got a lot better at the end of the season, and some of us are excited for next year, and we just will hit the weight room to improve.
Your junior year, you starting any college classes? You getting any extra credit kind of stuff with the college?
Yeah, I actually need to remind me. I need to sign up for a class for that too. So this mirror doesn't rip me out. But yeah, college classes are fun, and regular classes are going good, and concurrent is pretty fun this year. So
basketball ends in about a month and a half. What are you going to do after that?
Definitely improve on my game, and like in the weight room and shooting the basketball, and get more consistent in pretty much everything I can.
Are you in the musical?
I'm not.
Golf or track?
I don't know. I've had a couple people ask me to do golf, but I don't know yet.
Why no musical, Connor?
I don't know. I just don't see myself as a singer, and I don't want to go out and embarrass myself. I don't see myself as a dancer as well, so I just kind of stay away from it.
Anything else? Any other interests or hobbies that you have?
Not really sports. That's pretty much what I live and die by.
You have any classes that you really enjoyed, or do you know like what you want to go into, what you're going to do after Rich High?
I have an idea. I kind of want to go into criminal justice. I kind of want to be a DEA agent. So that's kind of on the back of my mind. But for now, I'm just kind of seeing options and going through classes and talking to teachers about what they think. And so,
tell for those of us who don't know, what is a DEA agent?
It's a drug enforcement agency. It's pretty much kind of like a cop, kind of in a way. They pretty much just bust drug dealers and stuff like that. I don't know, something in that criminal justice program I'd be fine with. So,
what interests you about that field?
My dad did it for a while, and I always loved it, but I just think it'd be fun just to do that. And I watch these TV shows about it, and it being the man of the hour, catching all those drugs and stuff like that would be pretty cool.
Is that about it, about Connor Greer?
Yeah, pretty much.
Looking forward to anything else, any dances or anything like that?
Prom's coming up. That's always a big deal here, but I pretty much just go with the flow, and when someone tells me to do something, I do it. But I'm pretty much just taking my time going with basketball until I need to really worry about prom. So
you don't know who you're taking yet?
No, I don't.
Connor, what's your favorite thing about being a Rich Rebel?
The pride that comes here. This community is really prideful, and Rich is a really good place to live in.
Connor Greer, a junior at Rich High School, thanks for your time. Good luck with the games this week, the rest of the season, and your junior year.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan.
Thanks so much, Connor. A junior at Rich High School, one of the Rebel starters in the boys' game coming up. But first, the girls' game. Our standout student interview was brought to you by Rich County 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. In the JV boys' action, Manila leads by 9, 4.5. Make that 11 with 4.5 left in the fourth period. Stay tuned. We'll hear from each of the coaches, including Tony Pendleton of the Manila Mustangs and Cody Lundgren of the Rich Rebels. Boy, this Rebel JV team has turned it over at least 25 times in this game. And that's a big part of why Manila leads by 11, 38-27 with 4 minutes left to go. Cody Muir for 3, just misses short. Manila with another offensive rebound. They're just out hustling the Rebels and forcing tons of turnovers. Stay tuned. The Town & Country Realty Coaches Show coming up right after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Pam Cornea with Town & Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
This is a Lady Rebel basketball coach, Cody Lundgren, and you're tuned in to the pregame show on Rebel Radio. Opening tip is less than 20 minutes away on KADQ FM 98.3. with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to the Cody Lundgren Coaches Show, brought to you by Town & Country Realty. Pam Cornea selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. Call today at 435-779-0012. The Rebels continue region play today, hosting the Manila Mustangs. Rich comes in at 13-2, ranked number 1 in the RPI. Manila at 4-6 overall, but 1-0 in the region, ranked number 15 in the latest RPI. No one sees the game the way the coaches do, so we'll take a minute to visit with opposing coach Tony Pendleton, and then we'll talk to Rebel head man Cody Lundgren and get his thoughts on tonight's game. We'll be right back with more of Rich Rebel basketball on KDQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com. You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Okay, I'm standing here with Coach Tony Pendleton. Tony, we're going to ask you a few questions. Let's start off with, who are you bringing back this year that's veteran here to Rich?
I have 2 juniors that I brought back from last year that both started varsity last year, Cannell Browning and Olivia Clegg, and they're my top contributors for sure. They're doing a great job this season.
They've definitely played good, and we see those two quite a bit out on the court. You guys played ICS last week. What did you think about them?
Oh, ICS played us tough. I mean, they had a tough defense. They played hard the whole game. I felt like there at the end we played a lot harder, and we hit some really good threes right there that really helped us a lot for sure. And both Cannell and Olivia played really well that game.
So taking from that game, going into tonight against a tough Rich Rebel team, what are you looking to do for those? Because ICS is definitely a great team, but you're playing a tough team here tonight. What are you doing to prepare for that?
Hopefully we just play really tough defense. That's what we're going with today, just strong, hard defense and lots of boxing out, and hoping we don't give up too many second chance points right there, and then just hope our offense is clicking today, and hopefully we can play a good game.
And then let's talk a little bit about where you guys are sitting in RPI. What do you think about that going in? We're coming down to the tail end of the basketball season. What do you think about that so far?
We're in an okay spot right now for RPI. I think if we get a couple more wins this season, we'll be really good, because then we should get a playing game that hopefully we can win and get into state.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Coach Tony Pendleton. We'll see you out there, and good luck tonight.
Well, thanks so much to Coach Tony Pendleton. This Coach's Show is brought to you by Pam Cornea at Town & Country Realty, selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. Call today, 435-779-0012. Ryan Steineckert here with Brody Schofield. Brody, you usually do. You've been covering the Manila Mustangs last year, this year. Tell me a little more about yourself. Oh, sorry. It would help if I had your microphone turned on. Go for it.
You're good. Okay, thanks, Ryan. Yeah, so I've been doing high school games since I was in 9th grade, so I've been doing it for 2 years now. And really the inspiration was to do it like Ryan Steineckert was doing. And Rich, at that time, I didn't know Ryan Steineckert. I just called you the rich guy. I said, I want to be like the rich guy. And so now here I am sitting next to the rich guy. And that's really how it all started.
I'm flattered, Brody. Thank you. But what are you seeing so far? Since we have a minute, the girls basketball team so far from Manila. We heard from Coach Tony Pendleton. You've been at their games. You've seen them play. What are you seeing?
Well, we're really short-handed right now for sure in our program and in our school even on girls. It's just not a very big program. And losing 4 of our starters last year and the big influential people like Aspig Kala, Abby Sadler, Kimsey Sawyer, all of those players that we lost, it was hard to recoup in a way. So the Mustangs have really, in my opinion, grinded out and played really good basketball for seeing the team that they have and the depth that they can go. So I think tonight will be a tough one, and I think Tony said it best. I was at their practice on Thursday, and I think they really just need to play really solid defense against this team.
Olivia Clegg, Cannell Browning, both were starters last year for the team, but a big loss in Ashman College. She did everything.
Yes.
I mean, she was just a very good player, probably underrated on a state level. She was fantastic.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And so filling those shoes of the scoring, the rebounding, because I think she averaged double digits, a double-double.
Yep.
How have the Mustangs done that so far?
You know, we've recovered a little bit in getting her cousin Olivia Clegg out there on the floor, and she's kind of been filling the place in that shoe. And Olivia's in a hard place because Aspen was a much bigger player down low, so it was easier for her to get on the block and maneuver and do the footwork. And Olivia Clegg's had to step into a situation that's really tough and have to go in there and really learn the post move gig, you know, as well as trying to be a wing as well. So she's really kind of become a threat, in my opinion.
Hearing that they're cousins helps explain a little bit of why I've confused them a time or two between each other. But Collins, and I remember Aspen had an older sister, I think, right? Rebecca, that's it.
Collett.
And she was a big presence inside as well. Any more Collets coming up, Brody?
Not right now. We do have Gracie Clegg, who is Olivia's sister, and she's in 6th grade, so we'll see her soon. We'll see her soon.
46-29, the JV boys game. Manila's gone on a bit of a run over the last few minutes and has a comfortable 17-point lead with 1:52 to go. This pregame coaches show is brought to you by Town & Country Realty, selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. Call Pam Cornea today, 435-779-0012. The Rebels won the freshman game in overtime, 42-37. There was a half of a JV girls game, and Rich won that 26-0. And Rebels trying to get back into this one, but time is working against them. Trey Walker hits a shot in the key, about 10-footer, to make it a 15-point deficit. We'll continue on with our pregame coverage, and we'll keep that scoreboard up there as you stay tuned in for the Rebel girls game coming up in a few minutes. JV boys action in progress. Minute and a half left in the fourth quarter on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Okay, I'm standing here.
Meet the service and parts department staff at Auto Farm Chevrolet. We work on almost every type of vehicle, foreign and domestic. We also sell parts and accessories for almost all makes and models. Our staff is friendly and well trained, and we are here to serve you. Open Monday through Friday beginning at 7:30 a.m. We invite you to Auto Farm Chevrolet for all your parts and for all your service needs. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a community-driven dealer.
Established in 1870, Randolph, Utah is home. Home to the rich rebels, to hardy people of high character, and to values of dedication, honesty, hard work, education, and respect for self and others. Randolph is also home to friendly folks who love their families, their town, and their neighbors. Count yourself a neighbor whenever you visit Randolph, Utah. Mayor Lynn Weston and the Town Council of Randolph wish the rich rebels good luck and invite you to visit anytime.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
Into the JV boys game, 47-31. Manila with the comfortable lead, with especially considering the time left, 21 seconds to go in this contest. Rebel, again, the JV's in the freshman game, the Rebels won 42-37. And you're tuned into the Town & Country Realty Coaches Show. Call Pam Cornea today at 435-779-0012. The Rebel girls last in action of a solid win against ICS, and in fact the Rebels are on a 6-game winning streak. They've won their last 6 by an average of 30 points, and Manila comes in having won their last game. They beat ICS 35-31. Just by comparison, Rich beat ICS 64-26. If we're being honest with ourselves, Brody, I think we expect Rich to win, but you never know what can happen.
I totally agree, and I think the Mustangs can even be self-aware and know that the Rich is coming in one of the hottest team in 1A girls state right now. And, I think they can realize that too. So anything can happen, but I think it's going to be really tough.
Old Chicago Pizza pregame slice coming up, along with the Thompson Ranch Lazy BT brand keys of the game. Trey Walker shoots from half court, misses, and the Rebel JV team loses. 47-31, a Manila Mustang victory in the JV boys game. Varsity girls action coming up. But first, we'll hear from Coach Cody Lundgren on the Town & Country Realty Coaches Show on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. That's when we return.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
With Cody Lundgren of the Rich Rebels. Coach, thanks for your time today. Game out at Tabiona, you guys, it was a pretty convincing, dominant win.
Yeah, Ryan, the girls showed up to play that day, and they were focused, and they took care of business, and, they just kept playing that whole game, and I was proud of them.
You started off a bit slow, I think more so defensively against ICS. Was that a surprise?
No, not really. A lot of those girls had played the whole JV game, and they came out and they were warmed up and, started hitting some shots early. So, they got going early on us.
I just was curious at what halftime would be like with that ICS game. Were you frustrated? Were you recognizing that ICS came out and shot well? Because the second half, you guys looked like a different team from energy-wise, intensity, and defensively.
No, I wasn't frustrated at all. If anything, we had too much energy in that first half, I felt, and we were playing into their chaos. So we just got refocused during halftime, and I just told the girls to come out and play our basketball and quit playing into what they were trying to push us into playing, and they did a very good job of that.
Are you keeping an eye on the rest of the state, aware that like Monument Valley beat Whitehorse? Any surprise there?
No, I saw that. I think that game could probably go either way any night with those two teams. Just from seeing them down at state, Whitehorse has a bunch of very skilled guards, and they're a little bit smaller. Monument Valley has some bigger players, so depending on how they play, I think that game could go either way. They're both very good teams.
Coach, this week you've got what in the past without the RPI would have been the more important game Friday, and then a tougher game Saturday with, of course, Manila in the region. Still an important game. What are you looking forward to with the Mustangs?
You know, right now the game that we're focused on is Manila, obviously, because that's the next game that we're playing. They've got a girl that can shoot it. When she's open, she can hit it from about anywhere on the court with Canel Browning. And then they got a Clegg girl that shoots it pretty well, and she's pretty athletic. She's not quite what Aspen was last year, but she's a pretty good player. So we just got to shut those two girls down, and hopefully we can take care of the game.
You struggled some with Manila last year. It took overtime to beat them at their place.
Yeah, you know, they got going on us, and you know, that's a tough gym to play in, just like Tabiona's. It's dark in there. You know, they've got a good crowd. They got a good student body that cheers for them. So, you know, we did struggle there last year. I'm glad this game's here, though.
You worried about the girls at all, looking past Manila based on scores and records and knowing what they know and the quality of team you are, and thinking more about North Summit than they should before Friday night?
No, not really. You know, I think all of us, I think that's human nature to kind of understand your opponent and think about it, which I hope the girls are thinking about their opponents, because that means they're focused on the games this week. But, you know they have a job to do Friday, and I expect them to come out and get the job done.
Just touching quickly on North Summit, it's a very good team.
Yeah, very good team. You know, to name one player, I mean, obviously the Kennedy McQueen girl is a very talented player, but the things that she's so special about is she gets everybody on her team involved in the game. And if you shut one player down there, they've got 5 or 6 other girls that can hurt you, so it's tough to defend them.
Coach, anything else we should touch on as you prepare for Manila?
No, thanks for being here, Ryan.
Cody Lundgren of the Rich Rebels, thanks for your time. Good luck with the Mustangs Friday.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Cody Lundgren. This has been the Coach's Show, brought to you by Town & Country Realty. Pam Cornea selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. Give her a call today at 435-779-0012. Well, if dinner's not finished yet, make sure to turn the volume up so you can listen while you eat, or just come down to Rich High School and enjoy the game tonight. Rebels and the Manila Mustangs. Tip-off is less than 10 minutes away, actually closer to 5 minutes away. When we return, we'll have the the Thompson Ranch keys of the game, the Town of Woodruff starting lineups, and more on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. When you enter the city limits of the Town of Woodruff, the sign welcomes you to a place with the coldest temps and the warmest hearts. Settled in 1870, we celebrate the values of kindness, compassion, and friendliness, knowing a community's greatness may best be measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Mayor Scott Sabian, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Ken Stewart, and Jason Peterson, with Secretary Lisa Bell, welcome you and say, Go Rich Rebels!
Is it time to stop wishing for your dream home in beautiful Bear Lake? If you're ready to make your dream a reality, Bear Lake Realty can help. With residential and land listings, including vacation properties, timeshares, cabins, condos, beachfront, lake view, and more. Bear Lake Realty has what you're looking for. And with more than 30 years of real estate experience in the area, you know you're working with the best. Visit BearLakeRealty.com and come and enjoy the Caribbean of the Rockies with us.
Well, you've been tuned into the Coach's pregame show, brought to you by Town & Country Realty, and we move forward with game time in less than 4 minutes. Let's jump into the Town of Laketown Ledger. Our ledger brought to you by the Town of Laketown goes back to the 01-02 season, and in that span, Rebels have done pretty well against Manila. 32 wins and no losses. There have been some close ones, including last year out at Manila. The Mustangs had a lead. Rich battled back and came from behind to win. They forced overtime and won by 2, 62-60. And then here at Rich last year, a 39-32 win for the Rebels. So a couple of close ones, but still the Rebels have dominated in this series. 32 wins for Rich, no losses against Manila in the last 20 years. That's your Town of Laketown Ledger, brought to you by the Mayor and Town Council of Laketown. Time for your Lazy BT brand keys of the game. The Thompson Ranch, wishing the Rebels good luck. The number one is control the tempo. Rebels have got to just take control of that. They did not do that well. You heard Coach Cody Lundgren say against ICS that Rich played into the Lions' chaos, and Rich has got to avoid that. They've got to control that tempo, control the pace. Number two, win on the battle of the boards. Ashman Collett and Cora Guyman, both good size, maybe taller than anybody Rich has other than Sydney Hatch. So Rebels will have to win that battle of the boards, box out, and keep Manila off the outside offensive glass. Don't give them extra chances to score. And number 3, don't sleep on Manila. The Mustangs, I mean, if you on paper, this looks like a dominant Rich, like it should be a dominant Rich Rebel victory. Rich scoring 53 and allowing 36. Manila scoring just 29 and allowing 37. The Rebels number 1, Manila number 15 in the RPI. But if the Rebels sleep on the Mustangs like they did on ICS for that first quarter last week, Rich could find themselves in a bit of trouble. That's your keys of the game, brought to you by the Thompson Ranch and the Lazy BT brand, wishing the Rebels the best. Old Chicago Pizza pregame slice. Old Chicago Pizza is in Logan. Pizzas and more built from scratch, one delicious fresh ingredient at a time, and they've got much more than pizza. Sandwiches, Italian nachos are fantastic. If you haven't tried those yet, at Old Chicago Pizza, 795 East, 1400 North in Logan. The Rebels, of course, the home team for this one. We got the band out. We got the crowd here. Manila Mustangs fans have been watching a couple of boys' games that were intense and fun, and the boys won the Rebels won the freshman game. Manila won the JV game. So a good crowd here tonight. Manila Mustangs will be in the road blacks with some red trim, and not sure on the number of the numerals. They still have their jersey or their warm-ups on, but red numerals, I think, at least on the warm-up jerseys. Mustangs with just 7 members on their basketball team this season under Coach Tony Pendleton in her second year at the head of the Manila Mustangs girls basketball program. That's your Old Chicago Pizza pregame slice. Pizzas and more built from scratch, one delicious fresh ingredient at a time at Old Chicago Pizza in Logan. Town of Woodruff starting lineups coming up in a moment, but first we got about 30 seconds here until the Pledge of Allegiance. Brody, final thoughts on today's matchup, the Manila and Rebel girls?
Well, I know it's going to be tough, and for Manila, if they want to get a win here and break that notorious streak that we have against Rich, we're going to have to play really good defense. They're going to have really good ball movement. They're going to have to create and find the open space, and they're just going to have to really play tough, and they're going to have to really not get worn out. And I think that if they do that, they'll compete.
You think depth might become an issue? Rebels have a lot of depth. If they push the tempo and run a lot, Manila might not be able to keep up.
I think that's really an issue that we have to look at, is that depth on the bench, and not many people can get a rest. We barely see Olivia Clegg and Canel Browning come out, and that's really hard for Manila.
8 players on the team. How do all 8 of those get a lot of varsity time, Brody?
Not really in varsity time.
All right. We got the Pledge of Allegiance, Rebel cheerleaders out on the floor. We'll take one more quick break. Be back with your Town of Woodruff starting lineups.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Sydney Hatch. Thanks for tuning in to Rich Rebel Hoops on KADQ FM 98.3 and on mylocalradio.com.
Success is no accident. It comes from constant hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and learning from failure. Laketown Mayor Burdette Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White encourage the Rich High Rebels to continue to do whatever it takes to succeed in academics, activities, and athletics. The town council and citizens of Laketown celebrate the success of all the students and staff in the Rich School District.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics on mylocalradio.com is brought to you by these Rebel Sports Boosters, the Wilson Ranch in Randolph. Good luck, Rebels, from Dale, Kim, Kyler, and Casey. Remember, the harder you work, the more good luck you'll have. And by Argyle Ranch Saddle and Boot, Feed and Supply, a custom shop specializing in leather and wood goods, with a farm feed and supply store to boot. Proudly supporting the Rich Rebels, the Argyle Ranch Saddle and Boot, Feed and Supply Store.
National anthem, Rob. Was that Gage? Is that Gage Peterson? There's Gage Peterson singing the national anthem for us here at Rich High School to get things going. The Mustangs and the Rebels. It's a Region 22 game, but with the RPI, it's funny that the Region games, I feel like the rivalry, the players still feel the importance, but it really just doesn't mean quite as much.
I totally agree with that.
We'll take a quick look at the visiting starters brought to you by the town of Woodruff. The Mayor Scott Sabey, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson with Secretary Lisa Bell. And those starters for the Manila Mustangs are number 1, Olivia Clegg, leading their second on the team at 10.5 points per game. Also number 3, a sophomore, Cora Guyman, a freshman, number 5, Kyra Kofert, a junior, number 10, Canel Browning, and a sophomore, number 45, Cheyenne Brown. Browning averaging almost 12 points a game as a junior, and you heard Coach Lundgren say she can hit from anywhere if you leave her open. Let's move forward, and with the more of the town of Woodruff starting lineups with the home team, the Rich Rebels.
McKenna Stacy, junior.
Sage Tingy, junior.
Allie Valentine, senior. Sydney Hatch, senior.
JC Cornea, junior.
Welcome back. Those are your town of Woodruff starting lineups brought to you by the mayor and council members, along with Secretary Lisa Bell of the town of Woodruff. And it's time for your Sabey Trucking opening tip-off, presented by Scott and Diana Sabey. Olivia Clegg and Sydney Hatch. Clegg wins it forward to Brown on the left wing. Mustangs, I like those simple uniforms, the black and red, no other white trim, the red contrast against the black, looking good. Clegg out on the right wing. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. Stacy tipped it away, but Browning comes back up with it. And Stacy with a kick. Manila maintains possession.
See on that play, Canel Browning's going to try and go. And McKenna's playing smart there and trying to get Browning on her left, and that just causes the steal there.
Sage Tingy looks like she's matched up man-to-man with Olivia Clegg. That may be a size and length matchup. Disadvantage for the Rebels, possibly an advantage for Manila. Browning backing out away from Stacy, defending 5 seconds. No, Browning attacks, shoots, and misses short air ball. Wallenstein with the Rebel rebound. Allie up the left wall, up the left wing, across the top to Stacy on the right wing. Tried to drive, ball was poked away. Manila sets up in is this a man defense?
I think they're going to play 2-3 and put Kyra Koford, number 5, in the middle and have her going out.
Tingy goes inside to Sydney Hatch, who steps through the defense, puts it up in and off the window from the right block. Rich leads 2-0. Up to the right wing, Clegg holding, looking for something. Rebels really pressuring. Sage Tingy forces a jump ball. Brought to you by Mount Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. That's a takeaway, a steal for Rich, essentially. Wallenstein, Stacy, Brown, Hatch, and Tingy on the floor for Rich. Stacy across the timeline, right wing to Tingy. Sage dribbles, bounces free throw line. Brown picks up the dribble, pivots around, back out to Sage, the long 2 from the right wing. Too short, front iron, rebound tipped around, out of bounds off of Rich, yes.
And rebounding has been a really big concentration point for the Mustangs so far in this practice.
Last year when these teams played here at Rich High, the Rebels won 39-32, and I think that's the type of game Manila would like, a low scoring. Rebels come up with a Rich County government steal. Stacy to the other end, can't quite get the left-handed layup to go, but she's fouled, and we'll head to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Rich scoring about 53 points a game. Manila 29 points a game. So a lower scoring game would benefit Manila.
Yep, for sure.
Stacy at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Knocks down the first off the side iron and down through. McKenna this season leading the Rebels with 74%. Actually second on the team. TJ McKee at 79%. Stacy has taken more free throws than anybody, and she knocks both of these down at the Bear Lake Realty line. 4-0, Rebels on top. Station on main scoreboard. Thank Rob Leifson running our camera, keeping stats tonight. He's the multitask man. Rebels with the Rich County government steal ahead to Stacy. Left side layup, good, off the window.
And this is exactly what Manila doesn't want to happen, is Rich get a couple of turnovers and then go and really utilize on those turnovers and score.
And Rich pressuring out high right out of the gate, right off the bat. And they've already forced 3 turnovers, and they're 3 for 3, 6 points off turnovers already.
Yep.
Guyman gives across the top. There's another one. Sage Tingey steps in front for a Rich County Government steal, beats the defense to the hoop, lays it up with the right hand off the window and in. 8-0 Rebels lead, and Coach Pendleton wants to stop the bleeding. 5:38 left in the first. We'll take a quick timeout as well in this first quarter. Brought to you by the store in Evanston on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
It's human nature to think the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. That's not always true, especially when it comes to buying vehicles. This is Dennis Lynch, General Manager at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Dealerships pay the same price for new vehicles across America. The fact is, the best deals are right here, in your own backyard. The difference is that our employees are your neighbors, people you can trust. Please visit us first, Auto Farm Chevrolet. We are your community-driven dealer.
8-0 Rebels jump out to an early lead. 4 turnovers and 8 points, not directly off of turnovers, but well, I'm thinking about it, and even the 2 free throws came after a turnover and a missed basket, but the 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws.
Yeah, the Mustangs have to take control of the ball here and after this timeout to really get some momentum.
Brown up to the left wing, left corner. Browning for 3, misses over the top. McKenna Stacy with the Rebel rebound, turns, and she runs. Up through the middle of the lane, dishes off to Tingey. Pretty pass on Sage.
Great pass there by McKenna Stacy.
Easy 2 for Sage, a candidate for your Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet play of the game. Auto Farm Chevrolet, a community-driven dealership. Browning in the left corner tries to pass. Rebels deflect it, take it away. 5th turnover already for Manila.
Cannell has to know that she's under pressure, but she still has to be patient and find the open shot.
Tingey drives the baseline, misses. Stacy, the offensive board, gets blocked. Brownie pulls down the loose ball and turns the other direction. Stacy catches her from behind as Browning runs into Wallenstein. Blocked shot on the baseline. Rebels try to save it, and it's out of bounds. So Mustangs with the basketball. They've had 5 or 6 possessions. They've turned it over 5 times and missed a 3-point shot. Browning receives the inbound pass in the left corner. Stacy taps the ball away. Browning goes down, picks it up, pass to Clegg, bounce free throw line across to Guyman on the right side and back up top to Brown. Eliana Brown defending Cheyenne Brown. It's Brown on Brown as Stacy tips the ball away. It looked like with her toe out of bounds.
Mustangs just not under control right now with their passes. They have to be patient and find the open person.
Clegg to inbound from right in front of the Rebel student section, throws in, and Stacy deflected it. Browning touched it last, out of bounds, Rebel ball. 6 turnovers, Brody.
This is not what Manila wanted to happen out of the gates. It's 10-0, as you said, and if they keep letting this happen, the score's just going to run up. They have to find their momentum and their groove in the offense.
Rebels attacking left to right in this first half. Stacy wanted the 3. Defense got on her. She throws inside, and Clegg goes up with those long arms and steals it away. Olivia ahead to Browning after the Rebels slowed her down. Browning across the lane, pretty pass, but just short on the layup is Kyra Koford, and Rich pulls down the board. Stacy, baseball pass ahead to Tingey on the left wing. Thought about the long 2. Instead, dishes underneath to Brown, who misses too strong off the window. Rebound off of Manila, out of bounds, Rebel ball. Pretty pass from Sage Tingey. Brown just unable to finish, a little too hard off the glass. Halfway through this opening quarter, brought to you by the store in Evanston, Clothing and More, next to the Monkey Shines Laundromat. Open Fridays 1 to 6, Saturdays 10 to 4. Brown gets a redo and hits it this time from the left side on the inbound play. Rich leads 12-0. Inbound play brought to you by the Crawford Trough, the place to eat and drink. Open tonight till 7, tomorrow 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. Left wing, Andrea Lucio gives to Browning. Left corner 3 just off the front iron, and Stacy with the Rebel rebound. McKenna turns, gets away from some traffic as Manila's defense retreats and sets up in the half court. Wallenstein offended man-to-man by Brown as Eliana Brown drives in, dishes off to Cornea. She misses short, gets her own board, puts it up and in. Padding the stats, plus she draws the foul and finishes.
Yeah, Kyra Koford, she's young. You can see a veteran player is going to go straight up like we saw Olivia Clegg do there. Kyra comes in, tries to help the double team, and puts her arm down, causing that foul.
That puts Rich up 14-0, and J.C. Cornea with a chance for the three-point play, and a McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Tingy and Brown tie up Andrea Lucio. Jump ball, possession arrow, Mustangs. Rebels have been pretty good from the free throw line. Pretty consistent, right about 62, 63% as a team. J.C. Cornea, after that miss, 14 of 25, about 57%. Browning to the left wing. Brown to the right wing. Just gets a pass over the fingertips of Sage Tingy. Right corner, Browning misses over the top. J.C. Cornea, Rebel rebound. Wallenstein up to the right wing, left open, puts up the three. Ooh, in and out. And Clegg pulls down the rebound, but as she comes down with it, Stacy rips it away. Cornea misses the shot from the right baseline. Tingy comes up with the loose ball, dishes off to Stacy, left wing three, over the top, too strong off the iron. And Lucio with the Mustang rebound. 14-0, Rebels on top. Brown crosses the timeline. Mustangs attacking right to left. If you're tuned in online at mylocalradio.com or listening on KADQ-FM. Lucio tries to pass into the corner. Wallenstein deflects it away out of bounds. That brings a couple of subs in off the bench for Rich. TJ McKee, number 13, and 31, Kendall Staple, a senior. McKee, a sophomore this year, and averaging about 4.5 points per game. Plus 2 rebounds and a couple of steals, and there's one there. Rich County Government steal. She just reached in, swiped it away. She goes all the way to the hoop with the left hand. No, just too strong off the glass, but earns a trip to the Bear Lake Realty line. And boy, McKee steps in, gets a steal, takes it to the hole, and has a chance for 2 free throws. Rebel girls won a JV half of a game, 26-0. McKee back iron and down through. So that puts her at about 80% free throw shooting. And she is third on the team in free throw attempts. Coming off the bench, that's 25 free throw attempts this season. She's hit 20 of those 25 tries and misses short on the second attempt. Sydney Hatch with the Rebel offensive rebound. 15-0, Rich leads. Staple on the right wing, drives in, dishes across left baseline, 12-footer. Cornea misses over the top. Stacy hustles and gets the Rebel rebound. Up top to McKee. TJ lobs underneath. Pretty good pass, right spot for Hatch. Pulled it in to back out to Staple. Cornea back up top to McKee. Again to Staple, free throw line. Kicks it back outside, and the Rebels reset. Stacy in the left corner. Drives past the D, misses off the back iron. Hatch, another offensive board, turns and misses. In and out. Clegg with the Mustang rebound. Rebels contesting every Mustang rebound and almost took it away.
And that's where Clegg's really been useful, is down low with her long arms, and that's where I bring in that she's a universal player, big man and wing player, which has really been helpful for the Manila Mustangs.
Good shooter, long arm, smart rebounder. Can handle the ball too. Browning, nice step through, started right, went back left. Almost like a Euro step, missed the shot, but she's fouled and heads to the line. First Rebel foul of the night. Kendall Staple, the guilty party.
And see, when we see Cannell Browning really good, we're going to see her do that exact move. She's going to start at the three-point line, dribble in, and do the little fancy footwork, as we call it, and really draw a couple of fouls for the Mustangs.
Browning was a big part of that game last year when that went into overtime, and Rich came up with the win 62-60, but Browning hit some big shots from the outside to even have Manila in that game. Missed the first free throw, swishes the second one through, and the Mustangs are on the board with 1:20 left in the first period, brought to you by the store in Evanston. Kendall Staple on the right wing, up top to Hatch. Sydney goes to TJ on the right near the corner. Defense got out on her quick. She wanted the three, but defense contesting. Staple, right wing. Jabs, left side to Tingy. Rebels work it around. Kendall Staple dribbles past one defender, puts up the shot. Can't get it to go, but she's fouled. And Staple heads to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Rebels 3 of 5 so far already in this first quarter. Rich averaging about 16 free throw attempts per game. And already on pace for more than that. Staples first, back iron to the side iron and out. Pops up high and misses. Bear Lake Realty is your most experienced and highest volume realtor in the Bear Lake Valley. Visit bearlakerealty.com. Staple this season just a 33% free throw shooter, but that's limited attempts, and she knocks the second one down off the back iron and in. 16-1, Rebels lead. Station on main scoreboard. 50 seconds left in the Store first quarter. On the right side, Coford to Brown up top. Lucio on the left wing to Browning in the left corner. Kicks it up top quickly to Brown. Good quick ball movement, but nothing open. Rebels going to stay in the man-to-man defense. Clegg finds herself open on the right wing and misses off the back iron on a three-point attempt. Rebel rebound. McKee up across the timeline. Rebels attacking left to right at mylocalradio.com in this first quarter. McKee dribbles to her right, sees a lane, takes it, dishes off Cornea. 6-foot baseline jumper over the top. McKee, the Rebel rebound. Back out to Cornea. Again to Staple, free throw line, left wing. Sage Tingy fakes the shot, travels as she put the ball on the floor to drive. And the Rebels turn it over for a second time in the quarter. 8 seconds. Brown looks at the clock, pushes up the tempo a bit. Left side to Lucio. 3, 2, 1. Lucio to Brown, and she lost track of time. Time expires without a shot. 16-1, Rebels lead after this first quarter. Brought to you by the store in Evanston. Clothing and more next to the Monkey Shines Laundromat. Open until 6 tonight. You got 4 more minutes, or stop in tomorrow between 10 and 4 in Evanston.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
You're tuned in to Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ Evanston.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Start of the Stacy's Repair second quarter. Hatch has her defender sealed inside. Shoots. Clegg was that defender, blocked it. Rich comes up with a loose ball. Another offensive rebound for Rich. Hatch misses. Cornea pulls another rebound down for Rich. Up top to TJ McKee. Splashes home the triple. 19-1, Rich leads.
Topic, you could see Rich just got those rebounds and kept putting them up and then found the open man. That was a big topic at practice for the Mustangs to really get better at rebounding.
Aurora Draper makes her first appearance, has it on the left wing, kicks it up top. Rich has switched to a pressure zone defense. Staple deflects a pass. McKee comes up with it, sprints to the hoop, lays it up and misses with the left. Rebound tipped out by Clegg, and Staple's there for Rich. Another offensive rebound. That's about 5 offensive rebounds just in the last 14 seconds of game time. Staple, right wing. TJ, another triple. This one, no, just a bit long. Goes up over the backboard and out of bounds.
So now you're going to see a change up here. We have number 10, Canal Browning, bringing it up since Cheyenne Brown went out. That was kind of a new adjustment they did at practice this week.
Browning, right wing, playing the point guard, gives to Coford, back out to Browning. Rebels in, looks like a 1-3-1 zone. Or just with Staple chasing up top, and that yields a turnover, but then Clegg wraps up Sage Tingy for the jump ball. Possession arrow Mustangs. Wallenstein. Stacy will check back in along with Mackenzie Smith making her first appearance tonight. TJ McKee and JC Cornea get a breather. Still out there, Tingy and Hatch also stayed on the floor. Inbound play for the Mustangs. Down inside, Clegg tries to pass and it's deflected, but Guyman comes up with it. Pass toward the top, Draper saves it. Fancy footwork. Oh, that last little plant of her foot was backcourt. 19-1, Rebels lead. 6:23 left in the first. Rich, the number 1 ranked team in the RPI. Right wing, Wallenstein into the middle. Smith fakes a shot, ball tipped away. Wallenstein comes up with a loose ball, shoots the 3, in and out. Hatch, the offensive board, blocked on the putback attempt, out of bounds off of Rich. Good defense from behind there by Kyra Kofert.
We might be starting to see Manila get more into a defensive groove here. Now they just need to take these opportunities that they're getting and really be efficient on these.
To the free throw line, Clegg almost had it deflected away, and a travel call. Interesting because Wallentine had a hand on the ball. Thought it would be a jump ball, but they call a travel on Clegg. So Rich to inbound from in front of its own bench. You got Wallentine, Stacy, Brown, Tingy, and Smith on the floor for the Rebels. Browning, Draper, Clegg, Kofert, and Guyman out there for Manila. Rich works it around. Stacy fakes the shot. Free throw line. Back right wing to Wallentine for the triple. Back iron misses. Long rebound to Tingy. Another offensive rebound for Rich. That's got to be 9 or 10 already. 14. I usually give Rich extra rebounds today. Tonight I'm under. Stacy, after a block shot, Stacy comes up with a loose ball, puts it up and in off the window. McKenna has 6, and Rich leads 21-1. That was Stacy, I thought. Was that Stacy? Did you see Brody?
That was McKenna Stacy, yep.
3-point shot. Browning rattles in and out, and Smith with the Rebel rebound. Keeps it away from Draper and gives to Stacy. McKenna weaves through some traffic off to Wallentine. Back to McKenna. Stepped up, thought about the three. Instead drives the lane. Too strong off the window. Clegg, good one-handed rebound. And then dribbles away from traffic. Picked it up. She may be in a little trouble. Looks for Browning through her legs and out of bounds to the Rebels. 4 turnovers in the quarter, 10 in the game for Manila.
Tough defense there by the Rebels, and that's just where it comes down to. You have to be creative, and you have to be able to see the court to make those things happen over that tough defense.
Stacy to inbound on the Crawford Trough inbound play. The Crawford Trough open till 7 tonight and 11 to 7 tomorrow. Stacy left wing to Tingy. Sage, couple of dribbles. Wallentine, right corner. Stacy open, didn't take the three. Guyman was out on her. Instead dishes off to Brown. Corralled the pass, put it up high off the glass, and in Ellie Brown with 4. 23-1 Rebels lead on the Station on Main scoreboard. This is the Stacy's Repair second quarter. Draper, a dangerous pass into the middle, doesn't thread the needle. Rebels knock it away. 5th turnover for Manila. The Rich County Government steal. Rich County Government, Rebels with a championship cause. Left wing, Stacy holding. Gives to Wallentine in the left corner, and this one's good. Splashes straight through Wallentine. T7 Propane and Woodruff triple, 26-1, Rich on top. Pretty shot from AWOL in the corner. That's a shot the Rebels will need her to hit against some teams like Bryce Valley and others that'll play a 1-3-1 zone. First field goal of the game, Olivia Clegg finds the baseline, gets to the hoop and finishes. 26-3.
And that's good to see Olivia Clegg get involved in that game right there. We're going to see her do that a lot in games that aren't so defensive like Rich is doing tonight. She's going to get on the block, and she's going to be able to really use the footwork and get baskets like that.
And with those long arms, if she keeps the ball high, it's tough for anybody else to get to it.
Exactly.
Left wing, Wallentine to Stacy. 26-3, Rebels on top on the Station on Main scoreboard. Stacy on the left wing. Pass was a little too far out in front, so she crosses over, drives, and finishes on the left side off the glass. 28-3, a 25-point Rebel lead with 3:30 left in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. Browning crosses the timeline with the right-handed dribble. Mustangs attacking right to left. Gives to Brown, back to Browning. And Draper on the left wing looks inside for Clegg, misfires and throws it out. 6 turnovers in the quarter. Manila, 1 field goal, 12 turnovers. You're not going to even stay in games like that.
You can't. Manila has to start being more creative and find those open spots. They can't be so tunnel visioned.
Brown to Staple, right wing. Stacy for the triple, misses, but she was fouled after the shot. Draper got her arm, and McKenna will go to the line and shoot 3. Draper picks up her first. And Stacy back to the line. Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Maybe a candidate for the Rolling Kennedy Auto Farm Chevrolet shot of the game. No, she missed the first off the iron. 3:02 left. Stacy's Repair second quarter. Stacy has 8 in the ball game. Can get to double digits if she hits these next 2. Swishes number 2 through. Again, fouled on the three-pointer, so she's shooting 3. Third one upcoming at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Looking for beachfront, room with a view, secluded mountain retreat. If you have friends or family looking for real estate in the Bear Lake Valley, refer them to Bear Lake Realty so they can work with the best, bearlakerealty.com. Stacy's third free throw attempt swishes through. 30-3, Rebels lead. Stacy has 10. 3:02 left in the Stacy's Repair second.
I think the mindset probably right here in the last 3 minutes from Manila is to really just get a couple more baskets and find their groove. But with turnovers like that, Ryan, it's just not going to happen.
Clegg dribbling at the free throw line, has it poked away. Rebels push the tempo, and Wallenstein turns to shoot. She's fouled on a swat attempt by Browning. She got the ball, but then on the follow-through of the block, she hit Wallenstein's arm. So AWOL goes to the line to shoot 2. Wallenstein this season, only 16 free throw attempts. Back iron, high bounce, almost found its way back, but no. 69% from the free throw line for AWOL. Senior year, 7.5 points, 2.5 rebounds per game on average. Eyes her target, fires, and this one goes off the back iron and down through. Amanda Schultez checks into the ball game with the Rebels on top 31-3. Schultez, not a ton of varsity action this year, averages half a point and 1 rebound per game, or per appearance, I should say. But that's, let's see, Schultez has appeared in 10 games. Brown on the right side, Rebels almost poked it away. Brown came up with it. Rebels knocked it away again, out of bounds off of Rich. 2:25 left in the Stacy's Repair second. Brown inbound for the Manila Mustangs. From the corner into the middle, and TJ reads that, steps in front, steals it. Another Rich County government steal for the Rebels. Up ahead to Schultez, and she takes her time. Browning swats it on the layup attempt. Rebels come up with the offensive rebound and reset the offense. Staple to McKee. Schultez on the right wing. Back to McKee. TJ gives again to Schultez. Into the middle, looking for Cornea. Through her hands, Staple turns, shoots, and Clegg swats that one away. To Browning. Cannell pushes up the right side through contact. Good defense, no foul. Rebel rebound on the miss. Too strong off the window by Browning. And TJ turns and pushes. Sees a lane, steps through, up off the window, no, but Clegg got her with the body. And TJ will go to the line and shoot 2. So go ahead.
I think if we're looking at what Manila's going to do in a minute and 42 in the locker room, I think they're going to talk about 2 things most important. I think they've got to put their arms up more and stop fouling. This is really giving Rich a lot of free points here. And then on the offensive side, they have to find the rhythm and have to be patient.
8 of the Rebels' 32 points have come at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. TJ swished the first, clanked the second, and the Mustangs pull down the rebound. 32-3, Rebels lead. McKee has 5. Stacy has 10 to lead the Rebels, lead all scorers. Browning dribbles right. Picked up there by Cornea. Picked up her dribble. Goes to Clegg in the right corner. Airballs a long 2 attempt, and Mustangs tip it out of bounds. Rebel ball. Clegg hurried on that shot to try and get it off before the defense got there and misfired. 118, 117 left in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. McKee left side to Schultez. Cornea in the left corner with it. Rebels push everybody to the other side and then kick it across. Staple misses. Hatch offensive board, put back in. 34-3. Rebels out to a 31-point win. They've won their last 6 in a row by an average of 30 points. They're already above that in the margin. Left side, Lucio. Is that little sister of Jordan?
Yes, that's Jordan Lucio's sister.
Jordan, one of the best, one of the top players in 1A boys this year, without a doubt, Brody.
Yeah, for sure. He's been playing great. And, you know, sorry, Ryan, I'm going to talk about his sister a little bit. She was a cheerleader at the start of the season, decided to go half and half to give this Mustang team 8 players.
Browning misses short from the corner. Rebel rebound, and McKee called for the carry as she heads up court. It was a high dribble, but she didn't get the hand under the ball, did she? You can dribble high, you just can't put the hand under the ball, but we're not going to split hairs here. Rebels turn it over for a 3rd time. 41.1 seconds left in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. Browning across the timeline. Gives to Brown at the free throw line, and she just misses off the heel of the basket. Staple with the Rebel rebound. Tingy looks to the sideline, gets the call from Coach Lundgren. Up to the left side. Staple holds a 2-3 zone, looks like, for the Mustangs. Rich works it around right corner. TJ for the three. No, back iron. And the rebound. Good board. Kyra Koford boxed out and then saw where the rebound was going and went to it. Clegg across the timeline with 6'5", 4 to her right. Stops. TJ comes back from behind, wraps her up, rips the ball away for a Rich County government steal, and time runs out. At the end of the first half, Rich leads 34-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. A dominant first half performance by the Rebel girls. The second quarter has been brought to you by Stacy's Repair. Need a repair? Take it to the ones who truly care. Brody will have some halftime stats, information, and highlights when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds. Plus job listings, fun giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch live as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches, catch up on local and regional news, and get accurate weather conditions and forecasts. Visit mylocalradio.com, like us on Facebook, and stream it all now.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
More than 1,300 rural hospitals were evaluated, and for the third year in a row, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital placed in the top 100 for quality as well as best practices and critical access, with a 24-hour emergency department, orthopedics, home health, a residential nursing home, physical therapy, surgical services, family doctors, chemotherapy, dialysis, and more. So, when it comes to your health, make sure you're seen by the best. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Welcome to the halftime report. Here at the half, it's been all Rebels in that first half. Rich jumped out to a 16-1 lead in the first quarter. Manila didn't get its first field goal until 3:52 left in the second quarter. And Rich leads 34-3 at the half. We'll have some analysis from play-by-play man for the Manila Mustangs, Brody Schofield, when we return. And also some Town of Randolph first half highlights after this. 34-3, Rebels lead on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Established in 1870, Randolph, Utah is home. Home to the rich rebels, to hardy people of high character, and to values of dedication, honesty, hard work, education, and respect for self and others. Randolph is also home to friendly folks who love their families, their town, and their neighbors. Count yourself a neighbor whenever you visit Randolph, Utah. Mayor Lynn Weston and the Town Council of Randolph wish the Rich Rebels good luck and invite you to visit anytime.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL 9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
Well, if you kept it tuned here to mylocalradio.com, maybe watching online, you may have seen the Rebel drill team performing. They'll be at the state drill team tournament or the state drill competition. That's this next, is that next week? January. I thought I had this written down somewhere. Apparently I don't. But we can look forward to February 21st or February 20th, the Rich High School Drill Review, 7 p.m. here at the Rich High School Gymnasium. State drill. Is that next Thursday and Friday? Yeah, next Thursday and Friday, that's it. Rebel wrestling team will host the divisional tournament next Saturday, February 1st. We're here at the half, and the Rebel girls a dominant first half, Brody.
It was crazy, you know, that team, and it's unbelievable to me because we've seen Manila play a lot of teams this season. That team is a very tough team, and Rich has definitely showed that here tonight.
Rebels with 16 offensive rebounds. That beats Manila's 13 total rebounds. Olivia Clegg with 3. And you look at these numbers, Brody, some stats kept by our friend Rob Leifson. Rich attempted 29 two-point shots, 8 three-point shots, and 14 free throws. Manila attempted 9 two-point shots, 4 threes, and 2 free throws. So total that up real quick, that's 43, 51 shot attempts for Rich. For Manila, 13, 15 shot attempts. How do you get that kind of a difference?
Well, I just think I think that this Rich team has came out and been this dominant defensive force. And they've really kind of scared Manila with only 15 shots. I really do believe that this team is kind of rattled up, and I think that's a big reason.
Well, rattled, scared. They're not getting shots off. Manila, I have with 15 turnovers. Rebels had 9 Rich County government steals in that first half, and anytime you shoot that few times compared to the opponent shooting that many times, it's going to be a lopsided score like we have 34-3 at the half. These first half highlights brought to you by the Town of Randolph, Mayor Lynn Weston, board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, Melanie Lim, and Clerk Lana Peart. A shout out to the Rebel band, Justin Adams, Corbin Moldenauer, Capri Couric, Gage Peterson, Josh England, Ryan Leifson, Nathan Woods, and Amice Nelson. Not sure if all of them are over there, but those are the members of the Rich High Band, and rocking it tonight at Rich High School for Region 22 action, 34-3 at the half. The Rebels lead, led by McKenna Stacy's 8. I had that wrong through most of the part of that first half. Sage Tingy had 6, and then 5 points for TJ McKee. Olivia Clegg with 2 and Cannell Browning with 1 for Manila. 34-3 at the half. We'll take a quick break and be back with second half action on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. Pam Cornea with Town & Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
In Rich County, we know that our children are our future. Helping our kids grow into kind, productive adults is a community effort. This is Rolene Kennedy, Auto Farm Chevrolet's Rich County representative, serving my neighbors for more than 20 years. My kids are Rich High School graduates. When you need a vehicle, come and see me, new or pre-owned. I'll always treat you with respect and honesty, the Rich County way. Auto Farm Chevrolet, we're a community-driven dealer. Go Rebels!
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics on mylocalradio.com is brought to you by these Rebel Sports Boosters, LSR Refrigerated, and the Walletines in Garden City. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Walletine clan wish the Rebels good luck. And by Cat Answer Technical Services, proudly supporting the Rich Rebels. The staff at Cat Answer Technical Services wish the Rebels good luck on the field, on the court, in the classroom, and in life.
In today's world, with so many places to shop and so many options to choose from, sometimes you have to boil it down to one simple question: where do I get treated the best? At Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, we work hard to make sure every customer knows how much we appreciate them. We love what we do, and we believe in the products we sell. Our goal is to build a lasting friendship with every customer so we can serve you and your family for generations. Visit us today, Cash Honda Yamaha, 3765 US 91, Hyde Park, Utah.
Coming out of the locker room, the Rebels lead 34-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 34-3, yeah. First half highlights were presented by the town of Randolph, mayor, board members, and clerk Lana Peart. Rebel girls, very, very good first half. They forced 15 turnovers. They shot the ball not great. I think 29% from two-point range, and hit a couple of threes. But defensively, outstanding. Brody, if you're the Mustangs, you at that locker room, Coach Pendleton probably not saying, hey, girls, let's come back and win this one, right?
No.
What's the focus?
I think the focus is really you're just going to come out here and you're going to try and do a couple things right. You're going to tell them, hey, we got to find the open man. We got to really take our time and be patient because a comeback is unlikely at this point. 31 points. And I think really another process is rebound. I mean, how many offensive rebounds did Rich have?
17.
Yeah, so you got to stop the offensive rebounds.
There's a steal by McKenna Stacy. She said heads up court. I thought that ball went off of her, and I think she does too. She just made a face like, I just got away with it. And Rich will inbound from the baseline. Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play up top to Wallenstein. Awal takes the three, misses left side of the iron, and Clegg with the Mustang rebound. I think another big focus, the rebounding, boxing out, keeping Rich off the offensive glass, as you said, Brody, and then taking care of the ball, improving in that area.
I 100% agree, and this has been a problem in Mustangs. If we look at one major Achilles heel of the Mustangs' solid play, you can say that the ball movement, and they have to get more efficient on the way they move the ball and they find the open man. They just haven't been able to do that tonight, and we saw that even right there.
Pass to the left wing, and Tingy pokes it away from Koford. Mustang basketball. Other teams, I mean, Rich, I don't know if it's arguably, but certainly one of the best teams in 1A on defensively. But there are other good defensive teams that Manila may face later down the road. That they're going to have to be ready for similar type pressure.
100%, and I think it's a good thing we're playing Rich because I guess I agree with you. This is arguably one of the best defensive teams that we'll see. And I think it's going to prepare him to play a little bit tougher.
Mustang shot from the left angle, missed short. Guyman the rebound. Tingy the foul on the putback. Guyman missed the shot, but earns a trip to the line to shoot two. Mustangs 1 of 2 from the line in the first half. Cannell Browning that one free throw make.
Coach Pendleton made him stay late after practice last night to shoot some free throws. That one off.
No iron, just off the right side of the glass. Guyman dribbles the ball a few extra times harder for the second attempt. Cora, a little closer this time, but just misses. And Sydney Hatch with her 7th rebound for the Rebels. Tingy on the left wing. Coach Statman extraordinaire Rob Lation confirms rebound number 7. Mustangs in a 2-3 zone. Rebels top of the key. Wallenstein looks right to Stacy. Fakes the shot, drives, dishes off, looking for Hatch. She had cut out as the pass was delivered in, and Clegg steps in front to take it away.
I think we're starting to see Clegg maybe get a little bit more aggressive, starting to get a little bit frustrated what happened in the first half. So hopefully we see her get a little bit better defensively.
Right wing, Koford gets by the D, then picks up the dribble and bounces back outside to Browning. Rebels in a 1-3-1 zone. They haven't seen that much this season, but maybe something they look to go to at state tournament against certain teams or certain matchups. Clegg down underneath, pivoted away, kicked it back out to Browning for 3, got it.
That's the Cannell Browning that the Mustangs know and what we have seen from her in the first part of the season.
Just the second field goal of the game for Manila. Tingy down to the right baseline, drives the base, shot blocked by Clegg. Tingy gets it back, saves it. She touched it just before she established herself back in. I think even if she establishes herself back in, she saved it, so she couldn't be the next one to touch it. Rich with 2 turnovers already in this third quarter. They only turned it over 3 times the first half.
So maybe Manila getting a little bit of momentum here and knowing that a comeback is really hard, they're just going to try and play really solid basketball.
Brown, Wallenstein, Hatch, Tingy, and Stacy on the floor. Browning, right side to Brown in the right corner. Double team comes, and she may be in trouble. Bounces it to Browning, and Tingy pokes that away. Browning falling out of bounds, tries to save it, and can't.
And that's something to notice. Next time they come down the court, in positions like that, Manila needs to learn to maybe move a little bit more and find the open and find out how to get open a little more. And like I said, this is a young team, so they're trying to figure all that out.
Rebels with the basketball. Brown dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it across to Wallenstein, fires in. Hatch, 1 dribble, back out, free throw line jumper. Ellie Brown, too strong. Rebound, Tingy pulls it away, puts it up, off the window, got it to go. The foul and the finish, and Tingy goes to the line.
Good play there by Tingy to get it up on that block, go up strong, and cause the Manila defender to go up as well, and gets the foul called and puts the basket in.
Candidate for the Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet shot of the game. 5 offensive boards for Sage Tingy. Misses the free throw at the Bear Lake Realty line off the back iron. Rebels up by 30, 36-6, and a timeout, Coach Pendleton. We'll take a quick one as well here in this Epic Recreation third quarter. Back after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Epic Recreation third quarter action. The Rebels lead 36-6. 4.5 left in the Epic third. Pass into the middle. Clegg, step back, looking for the free throw, not open. Delivers instead to Koford, who misses, and Brown tips the rebound for the Rebel rebound. Rebels push up the right side. Tingy passes to Stacy, sets the screen. Stacy misses the right wing 3. Off the front iron, around to the glass, and Clegg with the Mustang rebound. Rebels not shooting well in this second half so far. Third quarter, Rich has scored just 2 points. Mustangs playing some little more controlled defense, you think, Brody?
For sure. I 100% agree. I think they're starting to realize and get patient and in the rhythm that we're used to seeing this Mustang team in.
Brittany Lamborn comes in for the first time tonight, and J.C. Cornea checks in as well. I think she thought it was interesting because she tiptoes the timeline and then just stepped over it. I'm not sure what her thought process was.
I think there was miscommunication there somewhere on the court.
I think she thought, do I need to save it? Yeah, but then do I need to stay? No, but she did. Rebels working around. Wallenstein right corner 3, knocks it down, rattles home. Wallenstein's second T7 Propane in Woodruff three-pointer of the game, 39-6. T7 Propane for all your propane needs, 435-793-4208. Browning with Stacy defending out high, gives off to Koford on the right wing. Tingy deflects the ball away, but Koford tracks it down. Picks up the dribble, holds. Tingy knocks it away again. Koford picks it up again to Clegg at the timeline. Dribbles to her right. Wallenstein sliding. Good defense by AWOL. Clegg in the right corner. Picked up the dribble, gives off to Guyman.
Mustangs moving the ball around better here. You see how they're staying more patient, more rhythm, and just allowing that to kind of find the shot.
And smarter passes, not forcing things nearly as much. Cora Guyman inside, receives the entry pass, lost her footing, went down, threw it up to just try and put up the prayer and missed out of bounds.
I still think that's okay. I still think it's good that we're seeing Mustang players take more shots than they did in that first half.
Tingy inbounds to Stacy. 3:12 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Rebels poured in 34 first half points. Have scored just 2 here in the second. I think they've taken their foot off the gas a little bit. Plus Manila playing better defense. Tingy left angle jumper, 15-footer, splashes through. Sage with 10 points. 41-6, Rebels lead on the Station on Main scoreboard.
And this is a match to watch here. Number 1, McKenna Stacy, and then number 10, Cannell Browning, and McKenna Stacy winning right now.
Rich County government steals. Stacy to the other end, misses, but Browning fouls her, and Stacy goes to the line to shoot 2. Browning's second personal foul. Stage third steal for McKenna, who averages, I think, 4.5 steals per game. TJ McKee has 4 already in this one as well. Stacy at the line has 8 points so far. 2:42 left in the Epic Recreation third, and McKenna swishes it through. Mentioned Sage Tingy with 10 points, her career high 13 versus Cokeville last year at the Fossil Classic. She also had 11 at South Summit earlier this season, back on December 19th. Stacy at another Bear Lake Realty free throw, splashes through, 43-6, Rebels lead. Taylor Cornea, TJ McKee check into the ball game, so a younger lineup with 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, 1 senior, and Kendall Staple. Staple, Cornea, Lamborn, McKee, and Taylor Cornea. That's JC and Taylor Cornea, the 2 corns. Clegg from the right wing just misses long on the 3-point shot attempt. Taylor with a Rebel rebound. 2:22 left in the Epic Recreation third. 43-6, Rebels on top. Staple to McKee, left wing Taylor, skips it across. Kendall back up top, TJ dribbles left, kicks it back out. Taylor travels. Little hop step before she put the ball on the floor for the dribble. Annie Peart checks in. JC Cornea takes a breather. So now certainly a younger lineup out there for Rich. A junior, 3 sophomores, and a senior. That's about what Manila has on the team, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Brody?
Yeah, for sure. And that's one benefit and one downfall, I guess you can look at it. Rich with the benefit, of course, having the depth. I mean, their bench from up here, we can barely see the end of it. And then you look at Manila's and you can barely see the start of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Lamborn deflected a pass out of bounds. Clegg into Guyman at the timeline. Under 2 to go in the Epic Recreation third. Please stay tuned. Invite you to stay tuned for the Rebel boys game against the Manila Mustangs. Brody, you'll stick around. We'll have I'm hoping, and I think it will be an exciting matchup.
I think anything region like this, especially in Rich, is an exciting game.
Browning in the right corner, up to Clegg. 3-point shot, just off the front iron. Rebound, Staple tips it out of bounds. No, good hustle by Koford to save it, and then the Rebels foul Draper. Is that Kendall Staple with her second personal. Not a lot of fouls in this one. That's just 2 team fouls apiece. Inbound to Browning, and TJ knocks it away out of bounds. Mustangs maintain possession. Manila, I think the story here, 20 turnovers by my tally. That's unofficial. There's 21 as TJ steals the inbound. McKee to the right side, misses. She's fouled. And we'll head to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Aurora Draper committed the personal foul. No. Sorry, go ahead.
I think it's a benefit that we're seeing Manila, less fouls in this game and letting Rich take the free shots. I think that's definitely been something that has improved after the first half.
McKee struggling tonight from the line. She came in a 79% free throw shooter, but has hit 2 of 5 so far. TJ's second iron and down throw. She has 6 points, 44-6. So the turnover's one thing, 21 for Manila. The other problem, just not, and probably because of so many turnovers, they're not getting a lot of shots up and they're not hitting the ones they're taking. Just 2 field goals so far in the game.
Yeah, I think that's a big reason is they came out in the first half and threw a lot of turnovers, couldn't get anything going, so they get a little nervous, and we're starting to see them get a little bit better here, make smarter passes, but still a couple of turnovers that they need to erase.
Browning to Clegg on the right wing. Diamond sets the screen. Clegg dribbles left, then back to her right into the corner, and McKee bumps Browning, trying to knock the ball away. TJ helps Browning up off the hardwood, and McKee picks up, I think, her first Rebel 13 foul. 59.8 seconds left in the Epic Recreation third. 44-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels with the big lead. Browning dribbles left. Taylor Cornea helping on the defense. Browning gives to Clegg. Back to Browning for 3. Short off the iron. And Brittany Lamborn, the Rebel rebound. Rebels defensively got mixed up, got wires crossed as Cornea and McKee both went away from Browning. Rebels inside to Peart. Annie turns, shoots. Clegg blocks it, out of bounds, Rebel ball. Just deflected that shot enough. That's a tough job trying to get a shot up over Olivia Clegg. Good defense. And Rebels set up for the Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play. Peart, right corner. TJ misses short on the three-point attempt. Coford, the Mustang rebound. Time running down in the Epic Recreation third. Rebels lead 44-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Browning, a few dribbles, down to 14 seconds to Clegg on the left side, and Lamborn touched it and then went off of Clegg out of bounds. 7th turnover of the quarter, 22nd in the game for Manila.
And I think it's hard because we just haven't seen a spark from Cannell Browning and Olivia Clegg, and I think that's one of the big reasons that Manila hasn't really gotten to that spark.
Taylor Cornea, right elbow jumper off the back iron. TJ, the offensive board, put back not quite in time and a bit short as well. At the end of the Epic Recreation third, Rich leads 44-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Quick timeout, and we'll be back with your fourth quarter on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep.
In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
Start of the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Rebels on top 44-6. Rich has it to start this fourth quarter. Taylor Cornea, TJ McKee, Mackenzie Smith, Annie Peart, and Brittany Lamborn on the floor for the Rebels, leading by 38 points. TJ, Rebels forced 33 turnovers, I think, against Farson Eden just a couple of weeks ago at the Fossil Classic in Kimmer. They've forced 22 so far tonight. Smith tries to drive through the lane, dishes off Peart, right wing. TJ for three, a little too strong off the iron. Peart, the offensive board, one dribble back up and off the window on the right side. Peart on the board.
Great play there by Rich, and that's one thing to look at. They've grabbed the offensive boards and really been efficient at putting them back up and in.
That's 9 different Rebels who've put points on the board tonight in a 46-6 lead with 7:16 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Rebel boys will be a bit short-handed tonight as Logan Muirbrook is sick and will not play, last I heard, for the boys basketball team. He started just about every game this season. Clegg dribbles right to the corner. Peart picks her up. Clegg in a little trouble, goes inside. Cora Guyman turns, shoots, misses short. Rebound tip, and Peart has it for Rich. Quickly out to McKee on the outlet pass. TJ sprinted across the timeline, then slowed it down. Cornea on the right wing. Taylor across to Lamborn. Free throw line. Smith, good ball movement. Smith misses short. Peart, another offensive rebound for Rich.
And that is just really hurting the Manila Mustangs by letting them get that many offensive rebounds.
Rebels inside. They work it down in the post. And Cornea misses from the right angle about 5 feet out. But, boy, you saw Smith with it, and she thought about maybe I have a shot. No, passed it off to Peart, who passed it off to Cornea. And they just kept that extra pass for the open shot. Didn't fall, but Rebels lose it. Mustangs basketball, and Rich subs in the starters back in there, at least for a couple of minutes probably here. Coach Lundgren, I know a little bit of concern. Doesn't want to get into a situation where his starters aren't prepared to play an entire 32 minutes.
Yep. But, I mean, at this point, you're also worrying about the safety of your players, I think, a little bit, going at the tail end of your season and trying to keep them safe. But I could see him from Coach Lundgren's situation as well.
Rebels press, force a turnover, number 23 of the night for Manila. Stacy up to the top of the arc. 2-3 zone defense for the Mustangs. Into the middle, Wallenstein turns, shoots, hits. Pretty pass, and Wallenstein with the bucket has 9. McKenna Stacy with the assist. her 4th assist of the ball game. Thank you, Rob. McKenna averaging just under 4 assists per game. 5:43 left, and Stacy with another steal. That's about her 6th of the game.
McKenna Stacy kind of looking like John Stockton tonight with as many steals as she's had.
All-time leader in steals.
Yeah.
Wallenstein with a triple right side, back iron too strong. Hatch and Tingy fight for the Rebel rebound. Give it back to Stacy. Fakes the shot, drives, floats, rattles it home. Stacy with 12, and Rich leads 50-6. 5:15 left, and here's the line change. Cornea Staple, Ambria Lutz, Mad Dog Maddie Weston, and Amanda Schultez to check in. Teammates told me that they call her Mad Dog, Maddie Weston.
Dog, I like that.
I thought, I don't know if a girl would like that nickname. So I said, I talked to Lynn. I said, Dad, does Maddie like that nickname? Rebels force another turnover. Rich County Government steal. Brown ahead to Stacy, and she steps through, misses with the left, too strong. Rebound tipped around. Clegg has it for Manila. And Dad, Lynn said, yeah, she likes that nickname. The team gave her that. She loves it. So, Mad Dog it is.
I like Mad Dog.
Clegg, top of the key, 3. No, just too strong. Wallenstein, the Rebel rebound. 4.5 left to go, and Coach Lundgren calls a timeout. He wants to get his starters off and bring in the bench. Okay, we'll keep it right here in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th quarter. And it is a comprehensive family dental timeout, but time to take a look at the Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Rebel student section and Rebel fans across the way. Just hanging out, enjoying the night, the evening at Rich High School, Region 22 action. Now, if you're looking for realty in the Bear Lake Valley, maybe you are a friend, family member, thinking about buying something or looking at real estate in the Bear Lake Valley, work with Bear Lake Realty and work with the best. They've got beachfront room with a view, secluded mountain retreats, all kinds of different options on timeshares and more. Visit BearLakeRealty.com or call 435-946-8888. That's the Bear Lake Realty fan cam. All right, back to the action. 50-6 coming out of the comprehensive family dental timeout. Staple to Lutz at the top of the key. Ambria looks right, then looks back left. Ambria hasn't scored in varsity action, but in limited time on the floor, averaging about 1 assist and a half a steal per game. Staple drives, puts it up. Can't get it to go off the window. Gets her own rebound after it ping-ponged around. There's Mad Dog with the offensive board for Rich. Cornea misses on the 3. Ball knocked around again on the floor. And good play by Coford. She was getting bumped in the back, and just before she would have traveled, she started to dribble. She also was fouled with a heads-up play.
Kyra Coford, number 5, I think she's really going to be someone that grows into a pretty solid player for the Mustangs.
Good rebound there, and Mustangs have the basketball. Brown on the right side gives to Coford in the corner. Kyra bounces back to Brown. Draper into Coford, left baseline, dribbles back out and kicks it up top to Browning again. 3.5 left to play. The Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th. On the baseline, and Coford gets in a little trouble, but the Rebels, no, she stepped on the baseline.
And that's what Rich is doing so well defensively. They're not letting much go in, and they're really pushing Manila out to the three-point line where they just can't get a lot of shot opportunities.
Lutz crosses the timeline. Rebels attacking right to left in the second half. Staple skips it across to Cornea. JC holds. Back to Lutz. Looks right, looks left, looks right again, and gives to Staple. Rebel boys will host Manila. That's an interesting matchup. Schultez into the middle. Mad Dog tied up with Brown, and a quick rip by Brown ends up in a Rebel giveaway. Mustang steal. Manila to Clegg, right wing 3. That looks good. It is. Olivia Clegg with the triple.
Olivia Clegg looked over like Canell Browning, a little confused on how that one went in, but very solid shot by Olivia Clegg.
Schultez, 15-footer from the right baseline, over the top misses, and Draper with the Mustang rebound. Mustang boys at 9-4, number 3 in the latest RPI.
Yeah, Mustang's been playing tough as a team. Boys and then the girls, as we're seeing, they're still trying to build. So just totally opposite things happening in Manila.
Great ball movement. Coford just misses too strong off the window. Rebound out of bounds to Manila. And Rich subs in another 5. Looks like Peart, Smith, Lamborn, McKee and Taylor Cornea back into the game. 50-9, Rebels lead. Mustang basketball, they look to inbound. Cheyenne goes into Browning. Left wing three, over the top, misses. Rebound in the corner. Koford saves it. She and Lamborn get bumped up a little bit, and rather than a foul, it must have gone off of Lamborn.
And that's one thing I've noticed from Kyra. I've had to go to their practices to get 5-on-5 action. I've had to go and play with them. And that's one thing I've noticed about Kyra Koford is she never stops hustling.
Speaking of hustling, TJ McKee almost gets a steal from Browning. Hustling with 2 minutes left to go. Brown pivots down in the left corner, in some trouble, gives off to Clegg. Olivia dribbles around to the free throw line, lobs back out to Browning. Cannell steps to her left, launches the three and hits it. Cannell Browning with her second triple of the game.
Manila's, Ryan. Manila's starting to get their rhythm here with 1:42 left.
Skip pass to McKee on the left wing. Back to TJ at the top. Again to Lamborn. Down on the baseline. Peart skips it across looking for Cornea. Passes high for Taylor, but she slows it down and then tracks it down out on the old Colonel in front of the student section. Rebels working around inside to Smith, and McKenzie puts a shot up and in. A little bunny shot from about 3 feet in the middle of the key. It's a Bear Lake Physical Therapy points in the paint. Brought to you by Bear Lake Physical Therapy, helping Rebels get back in the game since 1998. Lutz, Weston, and Schultz set to check back in with 1:10 left to go. Smith, Peart, and McKee. No. McKee, Smith, and Lamborn check out. 52-12, Rebels lead. A Rebel foul called against TJ McKee, her second. Pass out to the left wing, too strong. 27th turnover of the game for Manila.
And I think the last time we really had those big turnover numbers was at the 1A state preview where we went 1-1. So they really need to get that down against these high, good defensive teams and figure out a way to control the ball.
That was a big loss against a very good Milford team, and then a win over Escalante, 30-29 at that preview, right,
yep.
Brody?
Yep.
Rebels shoot from the right wing, miss. Manila with the rebound. Time running down under 45 seconds left. 52-12, Rebels up by 40. Free throw line, Browning finds Clegg. Olivia dribbles once with her right hand and gives in the corner. Koford bounces back to Clegg. Cutting toward the hoop, nowhere to go. Bounces or dribbles back out to the wing. Pass into the middle for Draper, too high. Turnover 6 of the quarter. Taylor Cornea to Lutz left side. Shot off the back iron. Peart the offensive rebound. One dribble shot blocked by Clegg. Out of bounds. Rebel ball. 16.9 to go. So Rich sets up for the Crawford Trophy and Randolph inbound play. Haven't had a lot of Mountain Valley Cattle Company jump balls in this one. Peart, nice move. Starts right, steps back through with her left, but Clegg swats it again. That's got to be 4 blocks for Olivia Clegg.
Yeah, Clegg has played really good today.
She goes coast to coast. Ambria Lutz blocks her from behind. It's deflected off a couple of players and then out of bounds off of Rich, including off of Aurora Draper's forehead, right?
Yeah, that was off Aurora's forehead.
So to inbound is Cheyenne Brown, 3.9 seconds left. Koford receives the inbound, puts it up and in, and a nice finish for the Manila Mustangs, 52-14, a 38-point Rebel win. But the Mustangs, after 6 points through the first 3 quarters, scored 8 in the fourth.
Yeah, they started to get the rhythm and the tempo they needed throughout the whole entire game there in the fourth, and the defense looked better. And so I think that gives the Mustangs a little bit of happiness leaving this gym, knowing that they played the #1 team in the state. They arguably played the best defensive team in the state, and in my opinion, they might have played the state champions here tonight.
Well, we'll see. That's the Rebels are hoping you're right, Brody. 52-14, the final score. Rich with the victory. We'll tell you more about it. Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap and more coming up with a quick post-game show after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
More than 1,300 rural hospitals were evaluated, and for the 3rd year in a row, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital placed in the top 100 for quality as well as best practices and critical access, with a 24-hour emergency department, orthopedics, home health, a residential nursing home, physical therapy, surgical services, family doctors, chemotherapy, dialysis, and more. So, when it comes to your health, make sure you're seen by the best. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
We take your fun very seriously. That's why we put so much emphasis on training and experience with our mechanics at Cash Honda Yamaha. Whether you're getting it ready for an upcoming season, putting it away for the winter, having routine maintenance, or have a mechanical problem, we want to make sure that when you're ready to have fun with it, it's ready for you. Don't trust your fun to just anyone. Make sure you bring all your service work to Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley.
Back at Rich High School, we're going to cruise through a few post-game items before Rebel boys basketball. Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. Ryan STEINECKERT here with Brody Schofield, the play-by-play man of the Manila Mustangs. And real quickly, again, just going to have to run through these post-game items real quick. The Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Rebel girls basketball back in Region 22 play, hosting the Manila Mustangs. And Jimmy John's is at 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meet. Rebels jumped out to an early lead and cruised 16-1 at the end of the first quarter, 34-3 at the half. Rich took their foot off the gas, and Manila settled down a little bit in that second half, played much better defense, and found some scoring, but not nearly enough. Rebels with the win, 52-14. 10 different Rebels put points on the board. Rich pulled down 29 offensive rebounds in the game to Manila's 28 total rebounds, and Rich came away with a dominant victory, 52-14. Two Rebels in double figures, McKenna Stacy with 12, Sage Tingy with 10, and Cannell Browning led the Mustangs with 7. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, 113 Front Street in Evanston. Jimmy John's, where fresh and fast meet. Moving forward real quickly in our postgame show, Rebel boys action to start shortly, but first the Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet shot and play of the game. The play came early in the first half. Rebels were up 8-0, and McKenna Stacy got, I think it was a rebound, pushed the tempo on a fast break, drove the defense in, and then just dropped a little pass off to Sage Tingy for the easy two to make it 10-0. Pretty little pass, nice finish for the play of the game, brought to you by Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet. The shot of the game, again, brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet, a community-driven dealership. I think we'll go with Wallentine's three-point shot in the second quarter. Rebels, I mean, they jumped out to a 16-1 lead and really never looked back, but Wallentine hit a three. It was her first triple, made it 26-21 in that second quarter. Pretty shot. Wallentine hit two of those tonight, and again, Rebels won 52-14. That's Rolling Kennedy's shot and play of the game. The adjustment of the game brought to you by LSR Refrigerated in Garden City. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Wallentine family wishing the Rebels good luck. And that was Rich coming out right out of the gate with some pressure. Last week when they played ICS, Rich struggled off the bat. Rich struggled early playing into the ICS Lions chaos and just did not look good in that first half. But Rich looked much better in this first half against Manila and jumped out to an early lead. And then went on to win. LSR Refrigerated in Garden City. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Wallentine family wish the Rebels good luck. And the play of the game brought to you by McKay Frankham Dental Services, the precision play of the game. Brody, does anything come to mind for you?
One thing that sticks in my mind of the play of the game in that girls' game, and I know it's crazy, was the pass that McKenna Stacy made down low to get to 10-0, I believe.
Going back to that one in the first quarter.
Back to the first quarter.
Was a very nice play. Rebels had a couple of chances for precision or for three-point plays the old-fashioned way, but missed the free throws. Rich, 11 of 19 from the free throw line. Manila, 1 of 4. Okay, so that's your McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game. McKay Frankham Dental Services at reasonable rates for the entire family at 170 Arrowhead Drive, number 1. All right, we've got to wrap up coverage of this girls' game. We'll, again, recap the score for you. 52-14. Rich beats Manila, and the Rebels improve to 14-2 overall this season. The Mustangs dip to 4-7. We'll take a quick break. We've got Rebel boys action coming up in just a minute, including the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. Don't go anywhere. It's a good time.
Two of the things you work hardest for in life are your family and your money. Taking care of the money you earn is an important part of taking care of your family. Gary Tusher, CPA of Montpelier, Idaho, is a rancher who's also provided professional tax preparation and financial services for more than 30 years.
When it comes to taxes and your money, make sure it's handled the best way possible. Call me today, 208-847-2601.
A dominant victory for the Rebel girls, 52-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And we jump into Rebel boys pregame coverage, brought to you by Gary H. Tusher, CPA, for all your accounting needs. Let's burn through a real quick scene set presented by J-Bar Excavation, the team, the tools, and the experience for your excavation project. Rich comes in at number 17. Their offense scoring 45 points a game, defense allowing 57. That's been steadily improving. They're down at a minus 12.1 points per game. But again, that's much better than even just a couple of weeks ago. They were losing by an average of 20 points. 3-12 overall after last night's win at Mount Vernon. Against region opponents, the Rebels averaging a 54-52 loss. As for the Manila Mustangs against region 22 opponents, averaging a win, 68-51. That does not include a matchup between these two teams earlier at the Flaming Gorge Classic. Manila won that one by 21, 66-45. Mustangs reasonably, and with good reason I should say, number 3 in the RPI rankings at 9-4 overall, 2-0 in the region with wins over ICS and Mount Vernon. 73-51 over Mount Vernon, 62-50 over ICS. The Mustangs score 61 a game and allow 48. Struggle from the free throw line, but boy, they're led by Jordan Lucio's 22 points a game. They've got some good athleticism, good ball handlers. They take care of the ball well. They're smart, play good defense. It's a well-coached and very solid Manila Mustangs team. Last time these teams met, again at Flaming Gorge, Jordan Lucio had 24 points, Quinn Saldana 14 to pace the Mustangs to a 66-45 victory. These teams have met a bunch of times over the years. Rich had won 10 straight prior to Manila Mustangs losing or sweeping the Rebels last year, 54-50 in overtime and 55-48 in regulation. And that's your scene set, brought to you by J-Bar Excavation, the team, the tools, and the experience for your excavation project. More of the pregame show coming up, brought to you by Gary H. Tusher, CPA, for all your accounting needs. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back to hear from opposing coach Mike Hughes on the Wildlife at MyLocalRadio.com. Every excavation project requires the professionals, the equipment, and the strategy to get the job done right. J-Bar Excavation in Randolph, Utah has the team, the tools, and the plan to execute every phase of your project to create exactly what you're looking for. They have the machinery and the experience to provide quality work that fits your schedule and your budget. Call them today, 435-793-5855. J-Bar Excavation, 90 North Main, Randolph.
This presentation.
When T7 Propane in Woodruff, Utah is your propane supplier, you get reliable, safe, and professional propane service. And that's not all. T7 Propane offers years of expertise, quality product, and the most responsive propane service in the area. For home or other heating needs, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for professional or business propane needs. Call 435-793-4208. That's 435-793-4208.
With Coach Mike Hughes of the Manila Mustangs. Coach, I appreciate your time. Tell me about your season so far, 9-4?
Yeah, 9-4. We're a little up and down. I think we've proven we can probably hang with anybody, but we could get beat by anybody as well.
You got a good win recently hosting ICS, and that's a very good team. Their starting five is excellent. How did you guys beat them?
Our kids defended pretty well. I know ICS got foul trouble early. Our gym's always hard to play in, so we're probably always 10 points up whenever we start a game over there. It's a lighting problem.
I was going to say, do you guys keep some of the lights off just to make it tough?
Well, I've been joking with everyone when they prepare for Manila, they need to turn half the lights off in their gym to get ready for that week.
Coach, so far on the season, are you feeling good about where you're at, how you're playing?
I think I feel good where we're at right now. We've gotten a lot better, I would say, especially in the last 3-4 weeks. The group defensively is really locked in, and I feel like we're playing really well on that side of the ball.
You beat Rich at the Flaming Gorge Classic. Do you have any different expectations tonight at Rich?
Yeah, they're going to be a lot tougher here. Rich always gets a lot better as the season goes on. I anticipate them to be much better and much more prepared for this particular game than probably what they were at the Flaming Gorge Classic.
Anything specific you need to do to win?
The biggest thing would be defend and rebound. Rich Ashley's teams have always hit the boards really hard. They've always probably been one of the better rebounding teams in the state. So if we can keep them off the glass and force them to turn the ball over a little bit, hopefully we'll be all right.
Manila Mustangs head coach Mike Hughes, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight and the rest of the season.
Yep, thank you.
Well, thanks so much to Coach Mike Hughes. Your pregame coaches show is brought to you by T7 Propane and Woodruff. For all your propane needs, call 435-793-4208. I apologize. We just don't have time. I had a chance to catch up with Coach Ashley Brown, but we don't have time to get into that, so we'll jump quickly into our Lake Town ledger. In this series, the Rebels with 26 wins and 6 losses, but Manila won twice last year over Rich. The Rebels had 10 in a row from 2013 through 2018, and about 15 or 14 in a row from 04 through 2012. Of course, we know the Mustangs won 2 consecutive state titles in 04 and 05 under Coach Scott Taylor, and Coach Mike Hughes is in his 4th year coaching these Manila Mustangs. That's your keys, your Lake Town ledger, brought to you by the town of Lake Town. On to the Thompson Ranch keys of the game. Brought to you by the Lazy BT brand. Number 1, the golden rule. Rebels have to treat the ball like gold, take care of it. Play inside out. If they can establish things inside, that'll open things up outside. And play for the full 32 minutes. Rich slept through the first about 7 minutes last night at Mount Vernon and very nearly came home with a loss. Luckily, they were able to outscore the Patriots 48-26 in the second, third, and fourth quarters combined and come away with the win. But to hang with Manila, Rich has to play the full 32. And real quickly, your Old Chicago Pizza pregame slice. A good crowd here tonight. The Rebel Band, the Mustangs in the road, black and red with white trim, red numerals. Rebels in the home whites. Again, plenty of Rebel fans to our left, Mustang fans to our right. They've been loud and exciting tonight, and that's your Old Chicago Pizza pregame slice. Old Chicago Pizza at 795 East, 1400 North in Logan. Now, real quickly, your Town of Woodruff starters for the visiting team, Manila Mustangs. Number 2, a senior Jordan Lucio, leading the team at 21, almost 22 points and almost 8 rebounds a game. Junior number 3, Dalton Taylor. It's senior number 4, Quinn Saldana. Senior number 5, Garrett Slaw. And senior number 23, Tanner Anderson. And for your Rich High Rebel starters, a little bit different tonight because Logan Muirbrook came down with something, is sick and can't play tonight. So you've got number 2, Connor Greer, a junior. Number 3, a junior, Truman Huffner. Number 10, the lone starting senior for the Rebels, Kyler Wilson, up to 10 points a game now this season. And number 15, a junior, Riley Taylor. And number 40, a junior, John Scott. Those are your Rebel starters, brought to you by the Town of Woodruff. The mayor, council members, and Secretary Lisa Bell wish the Rebels good luck. Our apologies on having to skip through some things so quickly in the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show, but with the girls' game followed so closely behind by the boys' game, just no time to do anything different. For the Savvy Trucking opening tip-off, Riley Taylor and Tanner Anderson. Anderson, the hops, the long arms, and the quickness gets up there and wins the tip. Mustangs with it first, attacking right to left in this first half on mylocalradio.com. Anderson, top of the key, fakes the 3, drives, scoop with the left. No, a little too strong off the window. John Scott, the Rebel rebound. That'll be key if for Rich to hang in this one. Keep Manila off the offensive glass. Wilson to his right, gives to Taylor. He'll drive to the baseline, pull up and miss. Anderson, the defensive rebound for Manila. Lucio, long bounce pass across to the right side. They kick it back out to Saldana for 3. Splash, swishes through. 3-0 Mustangs.
Big shot there by Quinn Saldana. He's averaging 7 points a game so far this season and has really contributed.
Saldana defending Greer out on the perimeter. Rebels go to John Scott at the top of the key.
John dribbles right, picks it up, and kicks to Huffner. Looking inside, nothing there. Back to Scott. Mustangs in a man-to-man tight defense, pressuring way out high. Saldana on Greer. Connor dribbles to his right. Rebels freshman won in overtime. JV lost. John Scott. Johnny be good. Hits it from the left angle. And the Rebels are on the board, trailing 3-2. 6:36 left in this first quarter, brought to you by the store in Evanston. They're in the Monkey Shines strip mall right next to the laundromat. Lucio wearing the Tabiona Tigers purple shoes.
Yes, I call him the man in the purple shoes.
Lucio in the key, travels. Pivoted around, Rebels pressured, defended, contested, and forced the travel. Wilson gives back to Greer. Rebels in the home whites, as we learned on the Old Chicago Pizza pregame slice. Old Chicago Pizza in Logan. Scott on the left wing. On top of the B of Rebels out on the court. Greer tries to drive. Saldana contacts, slows him down, and picks up the foul. How's the depth for Manila this year, Brody?
It's unbelievably good this year for Manila. I mean, the bus is completely filled. We had to even consider bringing 2 buses just to fill up, the Manila boys team.
Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound play. Lob to Riley Taylor at the free throw line. Quick jumper. Knocks it down off the back iron and in. Rich on top, 4-3. That's an early candidate for the Rolling Kennedy Auto Farm Chevrolet shot of the game. Here's an answer from, who was that, Slaw?
Dalton Taylor.
Taylor, thank you. Garrett Slaw, number 5. Dalton Taylor, number 3. He's strong. Got that shot up through contact, made it, and was fouled. Riley Taylor picks up his first.
Yeah, Dalton averaging 6 points. He's been one of those players that can really go down low and contribute both defensively, offensively. He's pretty universal when it comes down to it.
Taylor hits the free throw. 2 3-point plays, 1 a triple and 1 a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Taylor at the top of the key, contact. He goes down, and Taylor called for the foul. That's Dalton Taylor of Manila fouling Riley Taylor of Rich. Riley lost his footing, was kind of bailed out there, it looked like. I didn't see a ton of contact. Inbound to Riley Taylor. Rebels on the left wing. Up top to Scott. John, defended by Garrett Slaw. Kicks it back out to Greer. 5.5 left in the store first quarter. Truman Huffner at the top of the key. John Scott, left wing 3. Back iron, too strong. Rebound. Taylor tips it out, and Greer tipped it. Then Slaw tipped it. And then Anderson dribbled off his foot out of bounds. Rebel basketball. Just a mad hustle for that ball, and Anderson couldn't quite control it.
And that's one thing about the Mustangs. They're very, very fast-paced. And once they get that ball, they're going to go down court as fast as they can.
And Rich, number 1 for depth reasons. Number 2 for that, just to keep pace, keep score close, is going to have to probably slow the tempo. Backdoor cut, and Kyler Wilson finishes on the reverse, ties the score at 6. Okay, Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game so far. Tanner Anderson, top of the key, 3-pointer, knocks it down.
Big shot there for Tanner Anderson, averaging 11 points a game so far this season.
Well, every time the Rebels answer, tie it up, or take a narrow lead, Mustangs, offense seems to come so easily to them. John Scott drives into the free throw line and puts it up and in.
You know, it's crazy that you say that, Ryan, because that's one thing that everybody that I've talked to have noticed how fluid and good this offense works.
Garrett Slaw drives up with the left hand, around and around and around and down through. That bucket by John Scott moments ago with Bear Lake Physical Therapy points in the paint. But Slaw's layup makes it 11-8. Mustangs lead on the Station on Main scoreboard here in this first quarter, brought to you by the store in Evanston on the Wildlife at mylocalradio.com.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
coming out of that comprehensive family dental timeout. Dr. Sean Grohl with Quality Family Dentistry since 1997. Offices here in Randolph and Hiram, Utah for your convenience. Rebels have got to be focused more heavily on defense. Inside to Taylor. Riley kicks it back outside. Wilson releases a quick three, in and out. John Scott, the Rebel rebound on the baseline, saves it to Lucio. So Rich with I've got that as just the first turnover of the game for Rich. Quickly ahead, Tanner Anderson, right wing three, short off the iron, and Connor Greer, the Rebel rebound. Greer and the Rebels attacking left to right in this first half at mylocalradio.com from our view. Pass across the top. Anderson steps in front, steals it, goes to the hoop. Huffner blocked it up top, but got Anderson with the body. Huffner, the last couple of games, averaging a block or two per game, including a block of a three-pointer last night by Orlando Martinez, the leading scorer for the Mount Vernon Patriots.
And this is going to be something to watch all day for the Mustangs, is to see how they take advantage of these free shots. Against ICS, they shot 47% from the line.
Ouch.
And that's just not what you want when you're getting that many looks. They got 34 free throws.
Anderson misses off the front iron. Mustangs so far in this game, 1 of 2, but then he hits the second one. He's got 4 points. The Mustang lead climbs to 4, 12-8 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Wilson holds a pass back, then goes up across the top and barely gets it past Anderson to John Scott. Dribbles to his right to Greer. Connor follows the screen. Pick and roll to Taylor, but no passing lane. Left wing to Scott. John again in the lane. Free throw line jumper. No. Rebound on the floor, and Saldana has it for Manila. Scott getting some early shots, 4 points already. Scored just 2 last night on 2 free throws at Mount Vernon. Slaw to Saldana on the left wing. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. No, 2-3 zone. Saldana left wing to Anderson on the baseline. Back out to Quinn. Lucio, who has not scored yet in this one. That'll change soon. Shot up, missed. Slaw pulls in the rebound up ahead and bounce pass through the lane. Riley Taylor kicked it.
And I call number 5 Garrett Slaw the universal point guard. That was exactly why you're going to see him take the three-point shot. He's going to be someone that hustles and is tenacious and drives in and gets the rebound and his own shot.
There's the change right there. Inbound to Lucio. Fakes with the right, up with the left and in. 14-8. Mustangs lead by 6. Rebels have got to get a bucket here and then some stops. If this gets away early, I don't think Rich will have a chance. Lucio defending Wilson, who crosses over and carried. The contact from Lucio defensively caused Wilson to change directions, and it was just really good defense by Lucio, and that caused the carry.
And that's definitely something that Lucio has done very well this year and has moved up in the rankings, in my opinion, to being one of the best boy players in the state. His defense has been phenomenal this season.
Such quick feet. Anderson in the lane, has it stripped away by Kyler Wilson. We'll call that a Rich County government steal for the Rebels. Rich County government, Rebels with a championship cause. Wilson, right corner. Huffner holding to John Scott. Greer wide open in the left corner, but the Rebels couldn't get it to him. Now they do on the left wing. Connor drives through, slices to the hoop, and finishes with the right hand off the window. That's Connor's game, and boy, when he can start making things like that happen, it opens things up on the outside. Muir, top of the key. Lucio for the triple. Back of the basket, or the back of the iron. Tipped, and Anderson has the rebound for the Manila. Puts it up and misses, but he's fouled. And Tanner goes back to the line for 2 more free throws.
Tanner Anderson with 10 points against Mount Vernon. Started off a little slow in that one. Got solid in the 3rd and 4th quarter, so hopefully we see him off in a little bit hotter start tonight, as I think we already have.
Anderson 1 of 2 at the line so far. Back iron clank. That's trouble there for Rich. Riley Taylor just picked up his 2nd personal foul, and with Logan Muirbrook sick and not available to play tonight, Rich, you mentioned Manila's depth. Rich does not have that depth this year. Anderson's 2nd, back iron and in. And Jaden Grohl comes to the scorer's table and checks in for Riley Taylor. So now Rich giving up a lot of size inside, with Huffner, the tallest player on the court. Point guard Connor Greer, probably the biggest for Rich. Up ahead to Wilson on the left wing. Rebels break the press. Bounce to Scott, back to Greer. 1:16 left in the first quarter, brought to you by the store. Manila pressing way out high on the perimeter. Greer skips it left side to Wilson. Down in the left quarter, Grohl back out to Wilson. If Rich can work it around quickly, they should get an open look. They do to Wilson, left wing, three, back iron, plunk, and the rebound, Slaw. Turns and runs for Manila. Up to Lucio on the right side. Through contact, puts the shot up off the window and in.
The duo of Slaw and Lucio has been dangerous this season if things like that happen on the court.
17-10, Rebels turn it over. Anderson to the hoop, lays it in, right hand. Fourth turnover of the quarter. Three of those have come just in the last 2 minutes of game time action. 19-10, and there's almost another. 28 seconds left in the first. Wilson thought about the three from the left wing, but Lucio was out there on the D. Greer dribbles to his right, looks back left, and gives to Scott on the right wing. John, double team comes up to Greer. Connor kicks it back outside to Scott. Anderson almost clotheslined him, no whistle. To Greer in the right corner, three-point shot off the front iron. Lucio the rebound for Manila. Slaw across the timeline, hands back to Lucio, the quick three-point shot splash. Jordan Lucio from downtown, and time expires in the first quarter. Manila leading 22-10. That's a pace Rich probably can't keep up with. They have to slow things down and find a way to slow Manila down. After one, it's the Mustangs on top by 12. This first quarter has been brought to you by The Store, clothing and more, next to the Monkey Shines Laundromat in Evanston.
In today's world, with so many places to shop and so many options to choose from, sometimes you have to boil it down to one simple question: where do I get treated the best? At Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, we work hard to make sure every customer knows how much we appreciate them. We love what we do, and we believe in the products we sell. Our goal is to build a lasting friendship with every customer so we can serve you and your family for generations. Visit us today, Cash Honda Yamaha, 3765 US 91, Hyde Park, Utah.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep.
In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
Stacy's Repair second quarter just underway. Greer, Wilson, Carrillo, Grohl, and Scott on the floor for Rich. Slaw, Muir, Rebels, Kyler Wilson drives down to the right side. Lucio also in there, pass into the middle. Anderson kicked it to take it away from the Rebels. Inadvertent kick, and Rich comes back up with it. Scott steps up to a left wing deep three, misses short off the front iron, and Taylor with the Mustang rebound. He dribbles up court, reach in on Jaden Grohl, goes out of bounds off of Manila, and it is a foul on Jaden Grohl. 22-10, Mustangs lead. These teams met just a month ago, December 19th at the Flaming Gorge Classic, and Manila won 66-45. Pass down to Anderson on the left block, and he hits the side of the backboard with the shot, but probably because he was fouled. Anderson back to the line where he's already 2 of 4. Brody, tell me about that game when these guys met back in December at Flaming Gorge.
Yeah, it was a crazy game because we had some family tragedies happen the day before we went and played Rich. And we didn't know what to really expect, if spirits would be down or not. We went into that game. It was the fast-paced offense like we're used to from the Manila team. A little bit more fast-paced than it is here tonight. They really got off to a hot start quick, and Rich just couldn't find the way back to really stop Manila.
Anderson making a habit of missing the first and hitting the second, but this time he misses the second as well. Gets his own rebound on a long board, goes up and puts it in. Offensive rebound makes it 24-10. Mustangs on pace for about 80 points in this contest after a 22-point first quarter. Greer on the right wing. Anderson being the leading scorer. He only scored, I think, 9 against the Rebels last time. Greer pulls up from just beyond free throw line and swishes it through. 24-12. Tanner had 9 points. So they were led by Lucio's 24 and Saldana's 14. Lucio, right corner, three-pointer, short, off the iron. Wilson with the Rebel rebound. Quickly to Scott. John pushes up the left wing, but Mustangs got back defensively.
And this is a team that has fully improved since the last time we played them in Pinedale. It's crazy to see. This is a better team than what we played in the Green River Classic.
Scott left wing three, too strong. Offensive board. Kyler Wilson, the putback is in off the window. 24-14, deficit is 10. Speaking of Pinedale, I want to ask you about that here in a second when we get time. Anderson on the baseline. Grohl wraps him up, jump ball. Good grab by Jaden Grohl for the Rich County 4-H jump ball possession arrow Manila. Rich beat Pinedale in overtime, double overtime. How did Manila lose to Pinedale?
We just could not find our groove. Garrett Slaw wasn't in that game as well, but Manila couldn't find the groove. We were taking a lot of shots that were forced and unnecessary. We were turning the ball over. The key things that Manila is their Achilles heel is turning the ball over and then not playing solid defense.
Great ball movement. They find Anderson on the left wing, triple splash. 27-14, Mustangs lead by 13. Just when Rich had cut it to 10, the Mustangs, Tanner Anderson, who's having a monster first half. Wilson left wing three, no, just off the iron, and Anderson, the Mustang rebound. Quickly to Lucio, up the left wing, fires a pass through the middle. Rebels deflect it, but out to Saldana. Up top, Anderson looks to Lucio, then drives, floats, and misses, gets his own rebound. One dribble on the baseline, and a whistle. And a foul will send Anderson back to the line. He's already got 12 points, but he's been struggling from the free throw line, just 2 of 6. He heads back there now for 2 more shots.
And like I said, that's been something that has really been a factor in Manila's success, is if they can shoot the free throw. We were talking about it the other day, you know, they really need to get these free throws back in check, and there's another missed one. They really need to get the free throws back in check, because you never know in a state tournament or in any game in the season when it's going to come down to a free throw.
16 fouls on Rich. Manila with 2 team fouls, and Jaden Grohl has 3. Riley Taylor just checked back in. He's got 2 fouls. Huffner also back into the ball game. We'll see if Rich can find some better defense. Anderson misses the free throw, and Slaw with the offensive board. Rebels just not boxing out. That was a big problem last night in the first quarter at Mount Vernon. Hot pass in high to Lucio, pivots around and travel. I don't think that was a travel. Neither did the Mustang fans. Lucio didn't either, and he asked the official for explanation, then gives his own explanation. And then he says, okay, I got it, whatever. Argument's not going to do any good. That did not look like a travel to me.
I didn't really see any travel there, but not the same view that the ref has.
5:18 left in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. Scott had Wilson all alone under the hoop. He went on a back cut, and Lucio a little bit lazy on defense. John instead steps through the lane, and they call him for a travel. And again, that's not a travel. So I guess things even out. But John, that's just good footwork. That was excellent footwork, but the Rebels turn it over for a 6th time. Right wing. Anderson fires inside for Lucio. Rebels deflected away. Jordan in the corner. Pivots around, still holding. Long pass across to Taylor, and Greer tips it away out of bounds. Mustang basketball. Into the game, Alex Bell. John Scott will get a bit of a breather. 27-14, Manila with the lead. Alex transferred into Rich High School this past summer. Had not played high school basketball until joining the Rich Rebel basketball team. Just one of 2 seniors on the team. In the lane, Taylor drives, and no, that's Garrett Slaw with the drive and the finish. Just hesitated, caught the Rebel defense off guard, and finished with the right hand. 4.5 left in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. Slaw gets away with a little hip check on Bell at the top of the key. Rebels kick it back outside to Greer, reset the offense. Greer left open, left wing 3, short, rebound, out to Connor, gets his own board. And the Rebels reset with the offensive rebound. Pick and roll, Taylor, nope, not open, to Truman Huffner. Mustangs wanted a double dribble. The official says nope, it was bobbled, never had control. Bell left side or right side, outside to Huffner for the 3. Back iron just a bit off. Lucio the rebound, out in front. Taylor released early, cherry picking, and that's good for some cherry pie, 31-14. Mustangs lead. Coach Brown calls a timeout for Rich. 3:48 left in the Stacy's Repair second quarter.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Alex Bell, and you're tuned in to Rebel Basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and on mylocalradio.com.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care. 31-14, Mustangs rolling offensively, and Rich struggling to find any buckets. Just 4 points so far here in the second quarter, Brody.
Yeah, Mustangs playing hot right now. That's really the only thing you can say. Their defense is looking good. The offense is looking good. As of right now, though, they need to hit more free throws.
And Rich turns it over. Anderson, the one-man wrecking crew, misses the layup, and then he fouls Greer as he comes down with the board. Anderson averages 11 points a game. He's already got 12. He could have a lot more. He's just 2 of 8 from the free throw line. Picks up his first foul. That's 6 team fouls against Rich, 3 against Manila. Greer bounces across to Wilson. Kyler weaves through traffic, looks inside to Taylor. Tough defense by Saldana. Taylor fights through the contact and hits it off the right side window.
That's a good shot to get through that defense and put it in off the glass.
Rebels pressuring out a little high. Saldana left wing. Thought about the 3, but passed it up. Rich in a 2-3 zone. Saldana gets it back and puts it up and splashes it through. His second triple of the game. Boy, Rich may have to just not go back to that zone. Inside, Taylor fouled by Slaw on the floor. And that's a first personal foul against senior Garrett Slaw. 34-16, Rebels set up for a inbound play brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. Rich with a few points in the paint brought to you by Bear Lake Physical Therapy. Wilson into Greer. He'll get past Saldana. A lot of contact on that drive. Missed the shot. Taylor with the rebound for Manila. He's going to take on 3 Rich Rebels. Up with the left hand, misses. Lucio slices through, knocks the rebound out of bounds to Rich.
Dalton Taylor had a really nice shot there, used good footwork, ball handling skills were all there. Just going a little too fast, in my opinion, Ryan, to be able to get that one.
Inbound to Wilson. Kyler dribbles up close to the timeline, then bounces into the middle. Greer comes up, takes the ball away from the defense to Taylor on the right block, spins, double team, misses the shot. Lucio the board for Manila. Off to Slaw. Across the timeline to Anderson. Tanner spins and lost the ball. Rebel basketball. That is the 5th turnover of the game for Manila, which leads 34-16 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Into Wilson. Kyler crosses the timeline against the pressure, throws it backcourt off of Anderson, diving to grab it as Garrett Slaw can't quite get there. Great hustle, though. My goodness, as a couple of Rebels just kind of watch that go, Slaw gives it everything.
That's one thing about Garrett Slaw. He's going to go until the end.
Greer inbounds to Bell. Back to Greer. Connor up across the timeline. Weaves through a couple of defenders. To Bell in the left wing. Dribbles past one defender, then kicks it to Taylor at the free throw line. Drops it inside, looking for Taylor for Huffner, but Lucio steps in front for the steal. Coach Hughes says hold it up, calls the play, and Slaw holds way out high on the left wing as John Scott gets set to check back in for Rich. Bounce to Saldana. Quinn dribbles to his left, bounces inside Lucio, and he goes strong to the hoop, lays it in.
And that's exactly what the Mustangs want on that. They want Quinn, and they set the defense off with Tanner Anderson up on the free throw line. Jordan Lucio is going to take the back door cut baseline, and that play is a very extremely dangerous play.
Rebels break the pressure, get it to Greer, left wing, high arcing 3 off the back iron, rebound. Taylor hits it away from Bell, Rebel ball. Scott checks back into the game. John had 4 first quarter points. We haven't seen him much so far here in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. 20-point Mustang lead. They beat the Rebels by 21 the last time these teams met. Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play to John Scott in the left corner. Bounce back up top. Greer quickly right wing to Wilson. Jabs left, goes right, dishes off to Taylor. Pretty play, and the finish, Riley Taylor with the bucket.
Yeah, great play there by the Rebels. to get that open shot and to be creative and dish the pass off and allow that basket to go in.
Wilson with the assist to Riley Taylor for the finish. But here's Slaw from the right corner, three-pointer, no. Rebound tipped back out to Slaw. Give off to Taylor. 1 minute left in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. Anderson, hop step in the lane, dishes back out to Taylor, the left wing three, got it. 39-18, Mustangs on a furious scoring pace. Greer through the lane, dishes off to Huffner, pass too hot, in and out of his hands, out of bounds, Mustang ball. 44.4 seconds left, first half. Rebels kept pace fairly well early. In fact, led 4-3 right out of the gate. Trailed by 9-8 midway through the first, but then it's been almost all Mustangs since then. Saldana holding. Going to eat up some clock and maybe play for the final shot of the half. Saldana. Rebels in a 2-3 zone. What it looks like. Saldana holding. 4, 5. Now starts to attack. Restart the count and skip across to Taylor. Again to Slaw, to Taylor on the right wing. Wanted the three, passed it up, drives the baseline, kicks it across Lucio. Saldana steps to his right, misses the open three. Rebels fight for the rebound. Time expires just before Slaw scoops it up and misses. And at the half, 39-18 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Manila Mustangs lead big, 21 points. This second quarter has been brought to you by Stacy's Repair. We'll take a quick break and be back with your Crawford Trough and Randolph halftime report on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics on MyLocalRadio.com is brought to you by these Rebel Sports boosters, the Wilson Ranch in Randolph. Good luck, Rebels, from Dale, Kim, Kyler, and Casey. Remember, the harder you work, the more good luck you'll have. And by Argyle Ranch Saddle and Boot, Feed and Supply, a custom shop specializing in leather and wood goods, with a farm feed and supply store to boot. Proudly supporting the Rich Rebels, the Argyle Ranch Saddle and Boot Feed and Supply Store.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
When shopping for a vehicle, it's important to have a good selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. It's also important to have a knowledgeable salesperson that listens, a finance team that helps you get the payment that matches your pocketbook, and a smart office staff that makes sure all the paperwork is done right. You can always rest assured knowing that our whole team is working for you. Auto Farm Chevrolet. Stop in today. We're a community-driven dealer.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds. Plus job listings, fun giveaways, and more. It's all on MyLocalRadio.com. Watch live as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches, catch up on local and regional news, and get accurate weather conditions and forecasts. Visit MyLocalRadio.com, like us on Facebook, and stream it all now.
If you're tuned in online at MyLocalRadio.com, seeing the Rich Rebel drill team perform. Competed at regionals last week. They'll be at state next week, Thursday and Friday, at the state drill competition. On the basketball court, in the games, a little bit contrasting games. The Rebel girls dominated a final score of 52-14. The Mustang boys dominating 39-18 at the half. And Tanner Anderson leading the way with 12 points. This is the Crawford Trough and Randolph halftime report. The Crawford Trough, the place to eat and drink in Randolph. Open tomorrow from 11 to 7. We've got more stats and highlights in the Crawford Trough report when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. What could be better than a fresh, mouth-watering burger from the Crawford Trough in Randolph? Top it with cheese and thick-cut bacon, or throw in some mushrooms and make it a double. Now we're talking. Add home-cut fries and a creamy shake, and you might just think you're in paradise. With crisp salads and tasty wraps, plus onion rings, perfectly cooked chicken, cold drinks, and silky smooth ice cream, the Crawford Trough is the place to eat and drink at 120 South Main in Randolph.
Established in 1870, Randolph, Utah is home. Home to the rich rebels, to hardy people of high character, and to values of dedication, honesty, hard work, education, and respect for self and others. Randolph is also home to friendly folks who love their families, their town, and their neighbors. Count yourself a neighbor whenever you visit Randolph, Utah. Mayor Lynn Weston and the Town Council of Randolph wish the rich rebels good luck and invite you to visit anytime.
Back for the Crawford Trough in Randolph halftime report. Mustangs from Manila lead 39-18 at the half over the Rebel boys. And your Town of Randolph first half highlights, home of the Rich Rebels, the Town of Randolph. Some stats provided by Rob Leifson, our cameraman and stat man. And Rob, thanks. The difference in this one, because we can look at rebounds are fairly close. Manila with a little advantage. Both teams 9 of 13 from two-point range. But Manila 6 of 12 from beyond the arc. Rebels 0 of 10. Mustangs up 21. 6 of 12, 6 threes. That's 18 points. That's just about it right there.
Yep, for sure. And Mustangs have just came out and really fired the three ball really good.
Tanner Anderson hit 2. Quinn Saldana hit 2. Dalton Taylor hit 1. Jordan Lucio hit 1. Anderson had 12 points, and then 5 other guys contributed. Jordan Lucio 9, Dalton Taylor 8, Quinn Saldana 6, and 4 points for Garrett Slaw. Rebels had 4 different guys score, but not much. Riley Taylor was 6, John Scott, Kyler Wilson, and Connor Greer 4 points apiece, and Rich really missing Logan Muirbrook's presence inside and on defense as well. Logan averaging about a block and a half per game. I don't know if it's a 21 points difference, but certainly it would have made a difference to have Muirbrook here tonight. But Mustangs firing on all cylinders. They're getting the fast breaks. They're taking care of the ball. They're forcing turnovers, hitting threes, everything. If you're going to nitpicky, they're only 3 of 9 from the free throw line.
Yep, for sure. And I think at this point in the season where you're coming towards the end, that is one thing to be nitpicky about, is if you're getting those free baskets.
39-18 at the half. Rebels had some nice plays. A shot by Riley Taylor to give Rich a lead 4-3 early in the first half. Then on the next possession, Rich got a backdoor pass to Kyler Wilson, who reversed it up and in. But the Mustangs with a lot more highlights in that first half. The three-point shooting, the baskets, that last bucket by Lucio, he elevated. If he just turns his hand over, he dunks it because his fingertips were above the rim. But boy, Mustangs just all over the Rebels in that first half.
Yeah, for sure. And it's funny, that you say Jordan Lucio makes the game look easy, doesn't he?
Yeah,
I mean, I went out and I play, and I'm like, Jordan, let's go. And then I'm like, I'll stick to the booth. You know what I mean? I'll stick up here.
39-18 at the half. These first half highlights presented by the Town of Randolph. Good luck from Mayor Lynn Weston, board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, and Melanie Lim, with clerk Lana Peart. Quick timeout. We'll be back with the Epic Recreation third quarter on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper. The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites.
This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come on in, Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come on in, Hotel and Suites, Casper. You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cache Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
Is it time to stop wishing for your dream home in beautiful Bear Lake? If you're ready to make your dream a reality, Bear Lake Realty can help with residential and land listings, including vacation properties, timeshares, cabins, condos, beachfront, lake view, and more. Bear Lake Realty has what you're looking for. And with more than 30 years of real estate experience in the area, you know you're working with the best. Visit BearLakeRealty.com and come and enjoy the Caribbean of the Rockies with us.
What could be better than a fresh, mouth-watering burger from the Crawford Trough in Randolph? Top it with cheese and thick-cut bacon, or throw in some mushrooms and make it a double. Now we're talking. Add home-cut fries and a creamy shake, and you might just think you're in paradise. With crisp salads and tasty wraps, plus onion rings, perfectly cooked chicken, cold drinks, and silky smooth ice cream, the Crawford Trough is the place to eat and drink at 120 South Main in Randolph.
$39-18 at the half. Time for your Epic Recreation third quarter. The halftime show was brought to you by the Crawford Trough in Randolph. Stop in tomorrow for lunch or dinner. Open 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. Ryan STEINECKERT here with Brody Schofield, play-by-play man of the Manila Mustangs. And it was all Manila in that first half. Anderson goes for the steal. Huffner keeps it for Rich and goes inside to Taylor. Turnaround Jay, no. Jordan Lucio, Manila rebound. And boy, even when they get a rebound and don't have a chance to push, they push the tempo and get back on D. Huffner blocks a shot by Anderson, and Rich has it. John Scott tries the same, drives, floats, and hits. Scott with 6 points. Rebels are going to need a bunch of that in this second half if they want to climb back in.
And you know, Manila's notorious for, and one of their Achilles' heels has been the third quarter action. Coming out of halftime, they've just made some turnovers. And
there's a turnover there. Connor Greer with the steal, the layup with the left hand and in. Rich on a 4-0 run, trails by 17. Mark that down for KG as a candidate for the McKay Frankham Dental Services Precision Play of the game. The steal and the layup. Lucio dribbles to his right, through the lane, up with the left, misses. Huffner with the Rebel rebound. Tough board for Truman. Greer up across the timeline, pushes to the hoop, up with the right hand, moving to his left. He was bumped and pushed off his track. Saldana up with the right hand. No rebound, John Scott, but slicing in to take it away. Double dribble for Slaw, kicks it back out to Anderson, through Huffner with the basket, and Anderson finishes, has 14, excuse me.
Yeah, Tanner Anderson playing above average, as we can see him only averaging about 11 points a game.
Greer steps up to the left wing, misses short on the three-point shot. Wilson out there looking to save it, but can't. Rebels 0 of 11 from three-point range. Contrast that with the Mustangs 6 of 12, 50%. And with the Mustangs on top by 19, that three-point shooting is just about all the difference.
Yep, for sure.
Rebels also have not attempted a Bear Lake Realty free throw yet in this contest. Slaw dribbles to his right, back to his left. Rebels in a man-to-man defense with Taylor defending Anderson. Tanner dribbles left, hands off to Taylor in the lane, up with the right, misses. Lucio the tip, misses that, and Taylor rips down the rebound for Rich. Greer up ahead to Huffner, spins in the lane, up with the right. He traveled. He didn't, but that's what they'll call him for. That's just excellent footwork.
And I
That's
think
unfortunate. Go ahead.
I really think that brings a player's confidence down when you know you did good footwork, and then to know that.
That's a move that I've seen Huffner work on 100 times. Taylor dribbles right, kicks it out to Lucio on the right wing, hesitates, then takes the three, misses short. Taylor, the Rebel rebound. That one was short off the front iron. Greer up to the top of the key, left open. He'll take the three and just miss it. Taylor, the offensive board, turns and he's stripped but fouled, and they'll probably call him for a travel. No. A foul on Garrett Slaw. So Rich will inbound from the baseline. Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound play. Rebels still have not yet hit a Pro Physical Therapy three-pointer. Looking for it. They've missed 12. Greer, Taylor, let's see if he can hit it. Nope, front iron, short. Rebound on the floor, and Anderson scoops it up for Manila. Quickly up ahead. Taylor alone. Swatted by Scott, but a foul. John can't believe it. The Rebel fans hate it. But he got him on the arm. 41-22. Rebels came out with 4 quick points, 2 quick buckets, but gone cold since then. And at the line goes Dalton Taylor. The Mustangs just 3 of 9 from the free throw line in the first half. Most of that was Tanner Anderson's 2 of 8. Taylor hits the first. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game.
Yeah, Taylor has been playing good, and really there's not much to say. He did struggle against Mount Vernon a little bit in the game that they played down in Mount Vernon, so I think it's going to be good to get back on top right here.
Taylor hits both free throws, and Manila back up by 21. Rebels work at right wing. Wilson misses short on the Pro Physical Therapy three-point attempt. Rebound tipped back court, and Wilson chases it down. Coach Hughes thought the Rebels had tipped it, but Rich keeps it alive. Connor Greer misses from the left corner. That's 0 for 14. Another Rebel tip and an offensive board. Boy, Rebels just forcing up the threes. Greer tries to force it into the middle. Taken away, up ahead to Anderson, and he's fouled by Riley Taylor. Foul number 3 for RT. 4:30 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Taylor, you can't fault him, just trying to contest that shot. He actually went up and tried to take the ball away on that long pass. Inbound, Taylor bounces into Slaw. Left block, turns, shoots, and he's fouled. That'll be Connor Greer's first, and Slaw will go to the line. This will be free throws number 12 and 13 for Manila. The Rebels have yet to attempt a free throw in the game. Slaw misses off the right iron to the glass and out. Garrett has 4 points in the game. Mustangs led by Anderson's 14 and Dalton Taylor's 10. Slaw steps back up, 3 dribbles, spins, and fires. Rattles out. Riley Taylor, Rebel rebound. 43-22. Score remains. Mustangs up 21 rather. Scott ahead to Taylor. Riley across the left side. Wilson bounce pass to Huffner. Kicks it back out to Wilson for the 3. Lucio blocked it, and Saldana comes up with the loose ball.
And that's where the long vertical and long arms from Jordan Lucio, the man in the purple shoe, come in handy for Manila.
To Slaw on the left wing. Some Rebel fans thought he got away with the travel. I thought he did too. He received the pass and took 3 or 4 steps before he started to dribble. Just little quick shuffle steps. Slaw has it on the right elbow. Spins to his left. Grohl, good defense. Across the pass to John Scott. Tipped away out of bounds. Mustang ball. Riley Carrillo checks into the game. Hoffner will get a breather. 43-22. Manila leads. 3:44 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Rebel boys will have a few days off. The Rebel girls get back at it, hosting the North Summit Braves tomorrow afternoon rather. Lucio, skyhook, misses off the back iron, and Carrillo with the Rebel rebound. Quickly ahead, John Scott hurries the 3 and splashes it home. John from the right wing, first Pro Physical Therapy three-point basket of the game for Rich. Candidate for the Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet shot of the game. Lucio, Saldana on the left wing, hands to Taylor, driving through the lane. Grohl grabbed the ball, almost forced a jump ball, but gives off to Lucio to Slaw. 3 from the left wing, nope. Rebound tipped by Rich, and Carrillo tracks it down for the Rebels. 18-point deficit. Scott to the timeline, up ahead to Taylor. Riley, right corner. Wilson drives up with the right, missed short, but he was fouled. And here will be your first free throws of the game for Rich Rebel basketball. 2:56 left in the third. And again, I've said this a time or two before. I wish I could say this was the only time that's happened, but this is at least the 4th or 5th game where Rich has not attempted a free throw until midway or late in the 3rd quarter. Partly a style of play. Rebel fans probably feel partly just not getting the calls they want to get. Wilson hits the first. He's got 5 points. Rebels as a team, 63% from the free throw line. The foul as Wilson splashes the second one through. Charged to Quinn Saldana, his second. Timeout on the floor. 2:56 left in the Epic Recreation third. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental and Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1997.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Kyler Wilson, and you're tuned in to Rich High Hoops on Rebel Radio and MyLocalRadio.com.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
.43-27 coming out of the Comprehensive Family Dental timeout. A quick shout out and thank you to our camera sponsor, Bear Lake Realty. Visit bearlakerealty.com for the most experienced and highest volume realtor in the Bear Lake Valley. That's Bear Lake Realty at 435-946-8888, 435-946-8888, bearlakerealty.com. There's Gary and is that Hayden, TJ, and Amber. Rebels have cut it to a 16-point game, 43-27. Mustangs have just, 4 points in the quarter, Brody?
4 points, and this is what has kind of been the Achilles heel in games kind of like this. I think they go into halftime thinking that it's over in a way and come out here, and they just can't score. And
Saldana finds Taylor cutting to the hoop, and Dalton finishes on the left side off the window, 45-27. Wilson pick and roll with Taylor. Ball is loose. Slaw comes up with it, and John Scott fouls him trying to chase it down. Scott picks up his second. Rebels turn it over for I've got 11th time in the game unofficially. That's better than they've been averaging, about 21, 22 turnovers. Actually, early on it was closer to 25-26. They've slowly brought that back down to about 20 a game.
And like I said, from going and playing them in the Classic to where we are now, you can tell they've improved.
Wilson tries to draw the charge on Dalton Taylor, but instead is called for the blocking foul, and that'll put Taylor at the line. That looks like a twist on the Rebels play. Anderson has it on the elbow, and instead of holding and faking a handoff, he turns and cuts across the line, and then gives it to a cutting Dalton Taylor coming across the free throw line, who then drives and this time earns a trip to the free throw line where he hits the first.
And that's an emphasis in Coach Hughes' practice, is to find multiple lanes and multiple shots in any spot you are in.
Second free throw, back iron, nope, and Riley Taylor, the Rebel rebound. 46-27, Rebels had cut it to 16, but just like that, back up to 19. Wilson dribbles left, pulls up, and misses the three off the back of the iron. John Scott tips the rebound away from the Mustangs and out of bounds. Saldana thought he was maybe fouled trying to get to that rebound, but no harm, no foul, I guess. Mustang basketball. Just as we said, the Mustangs had scored 2 points in the quarter. They put in a quick a bucket and then a free throw. Answer the call just a little bit. Saldana, Slaw right side, inside looking for Taylor, and Rebels' Riley Taylor slaps it away out of bounds. Good recovery by the Rebels' Riley Taylor. Greer checks back in. Carrillo heads for the bench. It's Wilson, Grohl, Scott, Taylor, and Greer on the floor. Inbound, Taylor to Slaw. He pulls it away from the Rebel defender, steps through and up with the left hand off the glass and in.
And that was a veteran move by Slaw to know to pump fake up right in the middle of the lane there, get the Rich player to go up, and that's good. That's just veteran move by Garrett Slaw.
Greer dishes out, left corner, Jaden Grohl for his first pro physical therapy three-point basket of his varsity career, 48-30. Rebels trail by 18. Rich had gone on a 5-0 run. Mustangs went on a 5-0 run. Anderson, left wing, Slaw to Saldana across the top. Greer steps in front for the Rich County government steal. Tries to go through Saldana on a blocking foul. That's a tough one to call because Saldana wasn't set. He certainly didn't beat Greer to the spot, but Greer was going to go through him.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, he had his head down. He was going.
I agree with the call there, though. Quinn Saldana just wasn't able to get there in time. Hustled to get there, though, so.
Bear Lake Realty free throws 3 and 4 for Rich. Greer misses the first. Now, did you say Saldana?
Saldana.
Okay. Because I've asked coaches. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. They've always told me Saldana, but I wondered why not Saldana.
Well, you know,
spent some time in Mexico, and anyway.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think you're right. I just think coaches maybe have said, well, he doesn't know, so we'll just tell him Saldana. That's the easy, right? Slaw drives, wraparound pass, looking for Anderson. It's on the floor, jump ball, possession arrow, Manila. Rich County 4-H jump ball. Rich County 4-H empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. Saldana, definitely a Latin name.
Yeah,
and
yes.
So it was interesting. I remember the first time I asked, I think it was Rusty Burnside, because there was an older Saldana, right?
Yep.
Saldana.
Yep. Dalton Saldana.
Dalton. And he told me Saldana, and I thought, oh, not Saldana. Okay, we'll go with it.
Okay.
Turnover for the Mustangs. Rebels take over, trailing by 17. John Scott on the right wing. Tries to skip it across, and Lucio goes up and rips it down with one hand. Odell Beckham Jr. style to the other end, up with the left hand. A one-handed grab by Jordan Lucio for the steal. 50-31. Each time the Rebels start to cut into that lead or that deficit, Manila has a quick answer. Taylor on the right wing. Dribbles back out and gives to Greer. Connor drives, dishes off to Wilson in the left corner. 17 seconds left in the Epic Recreation third. John steps left and back to his right, gives to Taylor. Riley through the lane. Saldana contesting. Great defense by Saldana, but Taylor finishes off the window and in.
And that was good patience there for Rich to figure out and find that shot.
Anderson at the buzzer, just short from the right wing, and at the end of 3, Rich cuts it from a 21-point deficit to a 17-point deficit. As we head for the fourth quarter, this third has been brought to you by Epic Recreation. Make your vacation an epic one to remember. Visit epicrecreation.net.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Kyler Wilson, and you're tuned in to Rich High Hoops on Rebel Radio and mylocalradio.com.
It's human nature to think the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. That's not always true, especially when it comes to buying vehicles. This is Dennis Lynch, General Manager at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Dealerships pay the same price for new vehicles across America. The fact is, the best deals are right here, in your own backyard. The difference is that our employees are your neighbors, people you can trust. Please visit us first, Auto Farm Chevrolet. We are your community-driven dealer.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Rebels inbound. Wilson steps through the lane, misses short, and Dalton Taylor, the Mustang rebound. Manila on top by 17, 50-33 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Lucio left wing, drives, dishes for Anderson. Pass was behind him, and Connor Greer comes up with the Rich County government steal. Into Lucio, hits the shot. Does he get the finish? Yes. And the foul. Connor Greer. That was another one. Greer put that left arm out. I was worried he was going to get called for an offensive foul.
I think Saldana just got there way too late, tried to go up. He was still moving when he was there, so I think the refs are going to call that blocking before they call it anything.
Greer misses the Bear Lake Realty free throw, and Rich is 3 of 5 from the free throw line. 50-35, Rebels down by 15. That, by the way, was Saldana's 4th personal foul, 4th team foul on Manila. Rebels with 5 team fouls. Quick ball movement. Taylor, Saldana, or to, that was Taylor. Slaw had it, gave it to Taylor, then to Lucio. Back to Slaw on the left wing. Grohl defending man-to-man. Rebels with Taylor, and they go inside to Anderson. He hits the shot, and a foul. Riley Taylor just picked up his 4th. Hand on the back, going to get called just about every time.
Big basket there for Tanner Anderson to go take one big dribble and go up. And, of course, the Rich player was up in the air with him, and he's going to get the foul and the extra basket.
Riley Taylor's 4th. Rebels 16 fouls in the second half, 52-35. Anderson just 2 of 8 from the free throw line. See if he can change that. He's got 12, 14, 16 points and misses short off the iron, and a lane violation will what? Give Anderson another try. 7 rebounds for Anderson. Had 12 points in the first half, just 4 here in the second, but other guys have stepped up, including Dalton Taylor, who has 5 points. Had 5 points in the third quarter. Anderson's second attempt. No, rims around and out, and Jaden Grohl with the Rebel rebound. 17-point contest. Greer, right wing, pro physical therapy 3. No, rebound. Taylor tipped it. Wilson tipped it out of bounds. Mustang ball. Inbound to Slaw. Grohl defending. Slaw just lowers the shoulder, dribbles it off of Grohl's leg and out of bounds. Good defense by Grohl. Taylor inbounds to Anderson, back to Slaw. Garrett gives to Taylor, and Dalton will bring it across the timeline. Greer gives him a little space. Lucio on the left wing. Wilson defending him. Up top, Cody Muir just avoids a travel by dribbling. Good move by Cody.
Yeah, he's going to be someone to watch right here since Saldana has 4 fouls, and Cody Muir's been playing excellent basketball.
Taylor just fouled out. Backdoor or a cut down inside. Anderson fouled, and it is indeed Riley Taylor's 5th. So Taylor fouls out with 8 points. 6:18 left in the fourth. That hurts. 7th Rebel team foul. Taylor's done. Riley came in averaging 8 points, 6 rebounds. He's got just about that, 8 points, 5 or 6 rebounds. And that also puts Tanner Anderson at the line. Shooting 1-1. Anderson, 2 of, if you count the miss on the lane violation, 2 of 10.
Yeah, he just hasn't been hitting at the line all day today, and that's definitely been Manila's Achilles heel, as I've said multiple times, is their free throw shooting.
On the 1-1, hits the front end. 53-35, an 18-point Mustang lead. 6:18 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Anderson second. Better arch on this one, and it hits the front of the rim and drops down through. 54-35. Manila leads. A timeout on the court. 6:18 left in this Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. And we'll take a Comprehensive Family Dental timeout as well. Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl, quality family dentistry since 1997.
More than 1,300 rural hospitals were evaluated, and for the 3rd year in a row, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital placed in the top 100 for quality as well as best practices and critical access, with a 24-hour emergency department, orthopedics, home health, a residential nursing home, physical therapy, surgical services, family doctors, chemotherapy, dialysis, and more. So, when it comes to your health, make sure you're seen by the best. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
54-35, a 19-point Manila Mustang lead. John Scott into the free throw line, pulls up and misses back iron. Huffner, the Rebel rebound. To his left, up off the window. He got it to go, and the foul. Huffner's first points of the game after he scored a career high last night at Mount Vernon, 11 points against the Patriots. And Huffner has a chance for the three-point play. This is a critical junction, kind of a last chance. If Rich can't go on a run and get a few stops here, they'll run out of time to get back against Manila. Misses short, Huffner does, from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, and Cody Muir with the Mustang rebound. Rebels not good from the free throw line tonight. 3 of 6, 50%. They came in shooting 63% from the line. A 17-point lead. Fight for position underneath. Muir and Scott get tied up, and John picks up his 3rd foul for the Rebels. That'll put Muir at the line to shoot 1-1.
Yeah, Cody Muir coming into this game. They played Mount Vernon last weekend. He shot 7 for 8 on the free throw line. along with 25 points to his name in that game.
Muir had 25 against Mount Vernon?
Yeah.
Was a big part of the Mustangs JV win, 47-31. Misses off the back iron, long rebound. Anderson chases it down and kicks it back up top to Slaw. 54-37, the score remains. Inside to Muir, turn around with the right hand, got it.
And that's exactly what we see a lot from Cody Muir. Inside, down in the paint, he's going to do the footwork, spin around, and floats it in.
Wilson, strong move, slices between Slaw and Muir, misses the shot, but he was fouled and goes to the line. Muir's a wider guy, strong. He looks like a strong guy.
He's a big guy. You remember Burke Pallison?
Do you remember? Who doesn't remember Burke Pallison?
But Cody Muir kind of reminds me, not as big, of course, not as dominant down low, but he definitely has some of those attributes, I think.
Pallison, part of that team a couple of years ago when, what did Manila finish third, right? They killed Paiute in the third, fourth place game. Beat them by 25 or something.
Yes.
Wilson swishes through both Bear Lake Realty free throws and cuts it back to a 17-point deficit. Rebels pressuring, man-to-man pressure as Taylor beats it himself. Just smart, good ball handling. Lucio throws Wilson to the ground as he drives to the hoop, and Wilson gets called for the foul. He comes up saying, the elbow went out. And just the way the two players went, Lucio's path didn't change. Wilson got thrown to the floor. Wilson's second personal puts Lucio on the line, shooting 1-1. Or is he shooting 2? I think I just saw the official indicate 1-1, I believe. 9 Rebel team fouls. Wilson's second personal. Lucio free throw rattles out, and the rebound. John Scott battling with Anderson. Held him up long enough that Rich got the board. Up ahead, Connor Greer, left wing 3. Nope, no pro physical therapy 3 there for Connor. He's missed about 6. Up ahead to Saldana. Comes up with a dangerous pass. They kick it back outside. Anderson for 3. Nope. Muir pulls down the rebound amid 2 Rebels. Lowers the shoulder and misses with the right hand. And Connor Greer with the Rebel rebound. Dribbling against Anderson. Goes for the steal. Bounce ahead to Wilson. Kyler through the legs of everybody out of bounds to Manila. Wilson was looking to get it through the legs of the defense and skipped it through the legs of Jaden Grohl as well. Apologies if our video is lagging. I think my computer might just be a little too warm. Not sure. Saldana for 3 from the right wing. Nope, and the Rebels have the rebound. Greer quickly up court to Wilson. Kyler on the right wing, long 2. Nope, over the top. Lucio, Manila rebound. 56-39. Rebels need to start hitting some shots here. It's going to be too late. Slaw up ahead to Saldana thinks about the 3, passes it up to Muir. Taylor again to Saldana. Anderson on the left wing. Rebels in a man-to-man defense, and Manila fan here in front of us wanted that lob down inside to Muir, and an offensive foul. From this angle, you could see it clearly. Anderson threw that arm out to throw Greer off of him, and Anderson gets called for the offensive.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything really to look at in that foul. That was a true foul. The elbow came out.
So Anderson picks up his second. Under 4 to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Mustangs lead by 17. Wilson inside for Hoffner. Great pass, but just Truman couldn't hang on to it. Maybe the pass is a little bit too hot. Rebels with 3 turnovers in the quarter. Saldana on the left wing. Empty possessions for Rich. Hurting tonight, especially against a team as efficient as Manila. Anderson to Lucio, and he travels. 9 turnovers for Manila. Hayden Weston, Alex Bell, and Riley Carrillo set to check in with 3:31 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Wilson heads for the bench, 8 points in the game. Greer, Bell, Grohl, Carrillo, and Weston on the floor. Mustangs with starters except for Taylor's not in. Cody Muir is. Grohl, right corner. Carrillo for the triple, misses. Hayden Weston, the offensive board, draws the contact from Lucio. Jordan says, what? I didn't touch him. I didn't see much contact either, but Hayden Weston goes to the line to shoot 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws. Lucio, boy, that's his first personal foul.
He has played really good tonight. For saying he hasn't been super aggressive, hasn't gotten any fouls. And really, Ryan, maybe you'll agree with me, he just hasn't done much wrong tonight.
No, yeah, you're right. Hayden Weston misses the front end. He's 2 of 8 from the free throw line in varsity action. Misses the second one as well. Bell had the rebound, and Weston just goes down like a scrum on the football field. Forces the jump ball. Rich County 4-H empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. Stay tuned in our post-game show. We'll have the Garden City adjustment of the game. We'll also have your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap and the Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet shot of the game. So Weston couldn't get either free throw to go. Manila leads by 17, 56-39. Anderson in the lane. Good drop step up with the right hand and in. 58-39. Surprised to see Coach Hughes just not comfortable yet taking the starters out. Rebels took starters out a couple of minutes ago, except for Connor Greer. A starter still in there. 2:55 left to play. Mustangs will improve to 10-4. Greer turns, shoots the three after the inbound, misses short, follows his shot, pushed in the back, hits the layup, and the foul. That was a long continuation unless somebody else fouled him, because Slaw got him right as he pulled down the rebound. And indeed, it was Dalton Taylor called for his third personal.
You know, it hasn't been very often that we've watched a Manila game that hasn't been a foul out of some sort. So it's good to see today that we haven't had a personal foul out yet in this game.
Connor Greer, the KG with the three-point play the old-fashioned way as he hits the Bear Lake Realty free throw. Saldana left wing three. Nope, off the window. Greer with the Rebel rebound, turns and runs. He's got Carrillo up ahead, but no passing lane. Good defense in transition by Manila. Bell, right wing, Grohl for three. Off the window, no. Bank's not open, but Carrillo, the offensive board. Putback is in, and the Rebels, a late push. Carrillo with a chance for the three-point play. A 14-point deficit, and Carrillo can make it 13 with this Bear Lake Realty free throw upcoming. Riley Carrillo in varsity action this season. Just 2 free throw attempts. He hit one of them. It's a Bear Lake Realty free throw for Riley, short off the front iron. Weston rips down the Rebel rebound, bounces back out to Carrillo. Left wing, long two, nope. And again, a fight for the rebound. Saldana fouled as he had position. Weston went over the back. That'll put Saldana at the line to shoot 2. We're in the double bonus. Foul. Hayden Weston, the push. And Saldana, how's he from the line, Brody?
Saldana's been pretty good from the line. Saldana's been a player where he's been really good offensively. He's had his nights for sure. Saldana's a solid three-point shooter, but here from the line, he's pretty solid.
Double bonus, that's a 10th Rebel team foul. Mustangs with 10 team fouls as well. So Saldana will shoot 2, misses a clunk brick off the back iron. Again, getting nitpicky, the Mustangs have looked good tonight, a lot of good things, but free throws. If this is a close game, they're really hurting.
Yeah, I don't think we could, I mean, you really can't say that their free throws have looked good at all tonight. I mean, even that one, they have just missed free throw after free throw, and they have to figure that out in case a game really does come down to one.
Another brick, Grohl up ahead. Carrillo from the right side puts it in. 58-46. Rebels have cut it to 12. Up ahead to Anderson on the right wing. Time working against Rich with under 2 minutes in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Grohl comes out on Taylor. Dalton gives right side to Saldana. Rebels in his own defense. Taylor back up to Slaw. Saldana again, the Mustangs playing keep away. Anderson at the free throw line, dribbles once, out to Lucio left wing, back up to Slog into Lucio. Taylor bounces into the middle, Taylor pulls it away from the Rebel D, misses with the right, and Rich pulls down the board. Riley Carrillo has it for the Rebels. Under a minute and a half to go. Greer up to the left wing, hesitates, fakes a pass, drives, shoots, blocked. Saldana with the ball from Manila, and Greer fouls him quickly to stop the clock. Connor with a nice thought on the move, but Manila saw it coming. They played perfect defense against that.
They did. Manila's been really good in transition defense this year, and I mean, that showed there that they can really just get to their spots, and defense has been a huge emphasis to Coach Hughes, Coach Butler, and Coach Taylor.
The Mustangs just 2 of 7 so far here in this Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Saldana changes that 3 of 8 as he hits the first. But overall, 9 of 23.
I mean, I can't even explain or emphasize on. I mean, this is a poor shooting night. If Manila gets this victory, they're definitely going to have to do something in the free throw line.
Lucio skies for the offensive board on the miss, puts it back in with the left. Boy, you talk about going high to get that rebound, and that's what Lucio did. Grohl dribbles behind the back, up to the right side, picks up the dribble, he's in trouble, hands off to Carrillo. Quick shot, got it. Riley Carrillo from the left or the right angle. Bear Lake Physical Therapy points in the paint, keep it at a 12-point game. Excuse me, an 11-point game. 61 to 48. Did I say 11? 13 points. I can do math. That's higher level. You can help me out there, Brody.
Yeah.
Tanner Anderson gets fouled and will head to the line. He's just 4 of 11 at the free throw line, but he's hit 2 in a row, his last 2. The foul, Connor Greer's third. Rebels will need the Mustangs to miss down the stretch, and Manila, I'm going to be frank, they've been awful from the free throw line until, well, recently. They've started to hit 2 of their last 3. Anderson has hit 3 in a row. 48.9 seconds left to play, and Anderson hits 2 for 2. The senior steps up and hits a couple of big ones.
Yeah, those are definitely big ones for Tanner Anderson, and I think it's going to help him going home knowing that he might have hit his last 2.
Back to a 15-point game. Connor Greer drives, floats up with the right hand, moving to his left and puts it in. 63 to 50. Rebels trying to pressure, trying to get a steal, but can't get it. Looking for that Rich County government steal. Anderson to Slaw, rather. 24 seconds to go. Rich, I guess, figuring down by 13, just no time. They won't foul, and Manila plays keep away. 15 seconds to go. Well, the Rebels, an improvement. They lost 66 to 45 at the Flaming Gorge Classic against this team. 66-44, depending on what source you look to. Rebels lose by 13 here as Slaw holds it for the final couple seconds. And Manila improves to 9-4. 3-0 in the region, and the Rebels drop to 1-3 in the region, 3-13 overall. But again, the Rebels make it closer, a 13-point loss. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with your post-game show, including the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, the McKay Frankham Dental Services Precision Play of the game. Are you heading out right now?
I can stay for a little bit if you need me to.
We'll be right back on The Wildlife at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics on mylocalradio.com is brought to you by these Rebel Sports Boosters, LSR Refrigerated, and the Walletines in Garden City. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Walletine clan wish the Rebels good luck. And by Cat Answer Technical Services, proudly supporting the Rich Rebels. The staff at Cat Answer Technical Services wish the Rebels good luck on the field, on the court, in the classroom, and in life.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds. Plus job listings, fun giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch live as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches, catch up on local and regional news, and get accurate weather conditions and forecasts. Visit mylocalradio.com, like us on Facebook, and stream it all now.
Back at Ridge High School, post-game of the Rebel girls and boys basketball games hosting the Manila Mustangs. No trouble for the girls, a little more trouble for the boys. Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap at 113 Front Street in Evanston. Gourmet sandwiches fresh and fast every day at Jimmy John's. And let's do the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Real quickly for the Rebel in the girls game, Rich jumped out to a 16-1 lead and cruised. They led 34-3 at the half and won 52-14. McKenna Stacy led 10 Rebel scorers with 12 points. Sage Stingy had 10. and Rich jumped out, improved to 14-2. In the boys' game, Manila jumped out to a quick 22-10 lead at the end of the first quarter. Rich had it close 9-8. They trailed by 1, but the Mustangs poured it in to close out the first quarter and led by 12. Extended that lead out to 39-18 by halftime. Rich battled back in the second half and actually outscored Manila 32-24 in the second half, but wasn't quite enough, and Manila wins 63-50. Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, where they spend 6 hours daily slicing all natural meats and fresh produce for your 30-second sandwich. 113 Front Street in Evanston, Jimmy John's. I'm Ryan STEINECKERT, and joining me in the broadcast today, Brody, thanks so much. Any final thoughts from you?
Well, let me first say thank you, Ryan. It's been an honor to come up here. I've learned so much. But if I have final thoughts for both teams, for Rich, let me start with Rich. Rich definitely looked better. They improved, and I think that's what matters for a team that doesn't have much depth, like you were talking, is that they keep improving, and they keep taking the shots, and they keep doing what they need to do to improve, and we've definitely seen an improvement from the Classic. There's just, you have Manila's fast-paced defense, and that's hard to play against. As for Manila, I think it's a very obvious thing that they need to work on going into the last couple games of the season is their free throw shooting. Shot 42% from the line. That is something you cannot do if you want to be a winning team or even be a contender.
Against teams like, let's look at who Manila has lost to this year. Valley, a 13-point loss. North Summit, let's not worry about that. That's a 2A team. Pinedale, that's another Wyoming team, but a 2-point loss there. Roland Hall, those 4 losses. Yep. But specifically the Valley game, a 13-point loss. If you're going to beat a team like Valley, you got to shoot better than 42% from the line.
You got to shoot better than that. And, even in our third quarter, we scored 11 points. You have to do better than that. In our Valley game, we were tied up in the second quarter. Going to third quarter, they outscored us. I believe they hit 20, and we hit 3.
Wow. That's a big difference. So Tanner Anderson led the way tonight, and that's a dangerous thing about this Manila Mustangs team. Jordan Lucio, the guy who usually leads the team in scoring, he has a little bit of an off night, 13 points, but Anderson picks up the slack with 22. Dalton Taylor doubles his regular scoring output of 13 points, and Manila, hot shooting in the first half. They went 60% from the floor. Cooled off in the second half, but they built a big enough lead.
Yep, for sure. And, to look at Dalton Taylor, and, even when Jordan Lucio's off on his night, it's funny when we say off night just because he hasn't scored a lot. You know what I mean? The man didn't make mistakes tonight.
No.
And so no blemishes there, I don't think. And Dalton Taylor definitely had a good night, and credits to Tanner Anderson.
And, 13 points, that's nothing to hang your head about. Lucio scored 13 points tonight. He averages 22, but it's certainly not, like you said, not an off night. He scored fewer points, but a good game. 63-50, the final score. Manila with the win. Brody, thanks so much. I'm going to continue on the postgame. You're welcome to stay, hang out. I'll take more input, but if you need to get going, I understand.
Well, Ryan, we better get going. So thank you for letting me come up here and join your broadcast. It's been an honor.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to have you. Thanks, Brody.
Yep, not a problem.
Play-by-play voice of the Manila Mustangs, Brody Schofield. Want to mention, by the way, Rebel Wrestlers last night in action at Cokeville, and Rich thumped them 51-24. Go Rebels. In the boys game, though, the Rebels come out on the losing end 63-50. This is this is a theme of this year's boys basketball team, taking their lumps, learning, trying to get better, and they certainly improved tonight. Look at the last time Rich played Manila, lost by 21. Tonight they lose by 13. That's 8 points of improvement. Of course, here at home, so that's part of it, but final score there again, 63-50. Stay tuned. We'll continue on. Our post-game show continues. The Auto Farm Chevrolet shot of the game, play of the game, and more after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Back at Rich High School post-game, the Rebels' 63-50 loss at the hands of the Manila Mustangs. Earlier tonight, the Rebel girls jumped all over the Manila Mustangs, led 34-3 at the half in the girls' game, and Rich girls took their foot off the gas and went on to win 52-14. Rebels are on a 7-game winning streak, and they had been winning by an average of 30 points. They win tonight by 38. Improve on that number just a little bit. All right, more of the post-game show. We move on with your McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game. And here in this boys game, we're going to go with Kyler Wilson receives a backdoor pass and then reverses the layup in the first quarter. That tied the score at 6 at the time. And that's your McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game. McKay Frankham Dental Care at reasonable rates for the whole family. They're at 170 Arrowhead Drive, number 1 in Evanston. 789-8910. That's 307-789-8910. Your Garden City adjustment of the game. Garden City, where families play in beautiful Bear Lake. Visit Garden City today. You can also check it out online and plan your next visit. gardencity.ut.us. And for your Garden City adjustment of the game, that came in the second half. The Rebels scored 18 points in the first half. They almost matched that in the third quarter, and then they almost matched that again in the fourth quarter. Offensively, they pushed the tempo more. They stopped settling for as many three-point baskets, which, by the way, Rich was 0 of 10 from three-point range in the first half. Still shot some threes in the second half, but hit a couple of those. That's part of the adjustment, is get a couple of those to fall. And but I think more importantly, Rich attacked the basket. They got lots more Bear Lake Physical Therapy points in the paint. And Connor Greer had 10 of his 14 points in that second half, and almost all of those on attacking the basket, being aggressive and getting to the basket. Now, that also translated into 12 free throw attempts in the second half, compared with a big bagel, a zero, a donut in the first half on free throw attempts. So that's your adjustment of the game, just attacking. Stop settling for outside shots and attacking the basket. The Garden City adjustment of the game, where families play in beautiful Bear Lake, the Caribbean of the Rockies, Garden City, Utah. And the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet play and shot of the game. Play of the game from Rolene Kennedy. I think that's going to go to, let's see, got a couple of candidates. We mentioned the McKay Frankham Dental Service precision play went to Kyler Wilson on the reverse layup, backdoor cut. Connor Greer had a steal and a layup early in the third to kind of spark that comeback attempt by Rich. Greer also had an and one in the fourth quarter. Made the layup, attacking the hoop, made the layup, put it up and in, and then made the free throw as well. Either way, Greer gets your Rolene Kennedy Auto Farm Chevrolet play of the game. And your Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet shot of the game. Not free throws tonight, Rich, just 50% from the free throw line. And so that's not it. John Scott's three in the third quarter to kind of take the lid off the basket. The Rebels couldn't get a three-point bucket to fall. Scott finally got one to go in the third quarter. He finished with 9 points. Jaden Grohl's three, another candidate, later in that third quarter to bring Rich to within 18, 48-30 at the time. Scott's three brought Rich to within 16, 43-17. Take your pick. Rolene Kennedy's shot of the game. Auto Farm Chevrolet, a community-driven dealer. Stay tuned. We're going to hear from Austin Peterson about the Rich Rebel wrestling team, which last night beat Cokeville, today and tomorrow at the Aberdeen tournament. And we'll hear from senior Austin Peterson in a bit. Again, the finals on the station on main scoreboard. The girls win 52-14. Rebels without Logan Muirbrook. That certainly hurt tonight. hang close with Manila 63-50, the final on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL 9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
Post game of the Rebels against the Manila Mustangs girls with a big win, 38-point victory, 52-14. The boys lose double digits, but fairly close, 63-50. Connor Greer led the Rebels with 14 points. They were without Logan Muirbrook tonight, which, boy, that might have made a big difference. It might have made the difference in tonight's game against Manila. Might. That's a big might, but you never know. 63-50, Mustangs go away with the win. And we move along in our post-game coverage, and it's a Rebel Sports Update. Let's hear about some Rebel wrestling. With senior Austin Peterson at Rich High School. Austin, thanks for your time.
Thank you for the interview.
Let's touch first on wrestling. How's your senior season of wrestling going?
I feel like it's going pretty good. A lot of the teams we've gone up against, we've seen pretty close to, and we've seen that we're able to keep up. It's going to be interesting in the next couple weeks to see how we line up against the Utah schools, but against Idaho and Wyoming, we seem pretty well up there.
Tell me about the duel with Lyman last Thursday.
So I felt like we did actually really good, and we were pretty successful. We weren't able to pull through quite as much on a lot of the matches as much as we wanted to, but we were able to keep up in there and give them a run for their money on a lot of those matches and wrestle all 3 rounds with them to get them good and tired for us. So I feel like we were able to compete with them.
On Friday and Saturday, you guys went to the Wind River tournament, and how big is that tournament? Do you know how many teams?
I believe there were 17 teams there. They were mostly, I think the small schools there were 2A, other than us, of course, but I think they were 2A and 3A Wyoming schools.
And you guys took 5th as a team?
Yes, we did. And, I think we did pretty good considering how small our school was. Looking at the teams there, I believe the next smallest school was 12 wrestlers, and we had 9 in the second day, I believe. So I think we kept up pretty good with them.
How did you do individually?
Individually, I didn't do as well as I wish I would have. I was able to go, I was able to keep in with the guys I wrestled, but I wasn't able to do quite as well as I was hoping I could, but I'm all right with that. I gave it all I could, and I left it all out on the mat.
But you placed 6th, right? Did you stand on the podium at the end?
Yeah, we didn't podium at that specific tournament, but yeah, I would have podiumed. And, I did good enough that I think I can, improve upon it this week and be able to get a little bit better for next week.
And the rest of the team did pretty well, a couple of first-place guys?
Yeah, it's been quite a while since we've had that many people in first and second place, and we were really proud of, Randy and Riker to go and take it all the way.
And then Corgan and Jaden 4th, right?
Yes, sir. They wrestled very well, and we were all proud of them to go all that way and be able to do that well.
How does wrestling at the Wind River with that many teams, that big of a tournament, how does that compare with like Utah State tournament?
The rule of thumb, usually what I've been sort of told throughout my high school career is that with Idaho, it's right about at Utah level, and then Wyoming's a little bit above Utah level usually. But I feel like, if you're able to place at Wind River, even Cooper is telling us that we'd be able to compete at state and be able to place at state if you can do that well there.
You're wrestling at 132 this year?
Yes, sir.
And do you know anybody else, in Utah, the rest of the state, or in the division, who else is at 132?
I'm not entirely sure. I know last year they had in 132, they had a lot of seniors there. So I'm not sure what kids were in that weight class that went up to 38 or the ones in 26 that went to 32. But there's a lot of juniors last year in 26, so it'll be a lot of good competition for me. and I think it'll be good.
You mentioned Wyoming sometimes being a step above, and you'll experience that this week at Cokeville, right, on Thursday?
Yeah, we got a little bit of a preview at Wind River and at the Kemmer tournament for what wrestlers we're going to see at Cokeville, and from what we see, it looks like it'll be pretty even, and we'll be able to have a good fight with them to wrestle and get some good matches in.
How about the Aberdeen tournament? You know anything about that?
It's usually good every year, and it's a good opportunity to get a lot of matches in. You know, we're guaranteed I believe we're guaranteed to have wrestling matches both days, and it's usually right up there with a lot of the other bigger Idaho tournaments that we go to, and we're able to, sort of figure out where we're going to stand at the next tournament.
Anything else we should touch on about the Rich Rebel wrestling team, Austin?
I just think that, just wish us luck for this next tournament, and then for our first region at home.
Divisional tournament Saturday, February 1st at Rich High School. Invite you to come out and see it.
Yes, sir. It'll be good, and I hope we can see a lot of people there.
Senior Austin Peterson at Rich High School. Thanks for your time. Good luck the rest of your wrestling season and your senior year.
Thank you.
The wrestling divisional tournament a week from tomorrow. That's here at Rich High School, and we'll broadcast all the matches live here on KADQ and mylocalradio.com, so don't miss that. One more quick break. We'll be right back and finish this thing up. Look ahead at what's going on the rest of this weekend and into next week. Rebel girls with the win, 52-14. The Rebel boys lose 63-50 on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Two of the things you work hardest for in life are your family and your money. Taking care of the money you earn is an important part of taking care of your family. Gary Tusher, CPA of Montpelier, Idaho, is a rancher who's also provided professional tax preparation and financial services for more than 30 years.
When it comes to taxes and your money, make sure it's handled the best way possible. Call me today, 208-847-2601.
We take your fun very seriously. That's why we put so much emphasis on training and experience with our mechanics at Cash Honda Yamaha. Whether you're getting it ready for an upcoming season, putting it away for the winter, having routine maintenance, or have a mechanical problem, we want to make sure that when you're ready to have fun with it, it's ready for you. Don't trust your fun to just anyone. Make sure you bring all your service work to Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. (52-14) the final in the girls' game. Rich wins 63-50. The final in the boys' game. Manila wins. Rebel girls improved to 14-2 overall, 3-0 in the region. Manila improves to 10-4 overall, the boys, and 3-0 in the region. Rebel boys drop to 3-13 and 1-3 in Region 22 play. Ahead of for the boys, they get back at it next week at ICS on Friday. And then the next Friday at hosting Tabiona before a Saturday trip on February 8th out to Westside. As for the Rebel girls, they get back at it tomorrow night. At home against the North Summit Braves. Probably the best team Rich will play this year. North Summit number one in 2A. Their only loss is a close one against 4A's number one team, Ridgeline. And they've got a future Division I athlete in Kennedy McQueen who will play at the University of Utah next year, girls women's basketball. And that's tomorrow for the Rich Rebel girls basketball team. The boys have the rest of this weekend off. Our pregame coverage will start tomorrow afternoon at 2:50. So the freshman team plays at 12:30. JV at 2 and the varsity at 3:30 with our pregame at 2:50. Also tomorrow, Rebel wrestlers at Aberdeen and the Rich Middle School boys basketball team host DMS and EMS. That's A teams only at 10 a.m. the games begin. Looking ahead to next week, Thursday and Friday, state drill competition. The Rebels will be there. Rich School District has the Beaver Mountain Ski Day on Thursday all day, and the Rebel freshmen host Lyman. That's girls and boys basketball, 6 p.m. Thursday evening. Next Friday, the Royals basketball team hosts Lyman beginning at 8 a.m. And as I mentioned, the Rebel boys and girls teams play at ICS Friday, January 31st, a week from today. Then next Saturday, it's the Rebels boys, or the wrestling team, hosting the North Divisional Tournament, or the Division B Tournament. And that's here at Rich High School.
And matches will begin, I think, at 9:30. If there's any like wrestle in or pigtail matches, if they're going to do an 8-team bracket, and if there are more teams than 8 or more individuals than 8 at any individual weight class, they'll have wrestle in matches of the lowest seeds, beginning at 9:30, with the actual tournament starting at 10 o'clock. All of it will be live on mylocalradio.com next Saturday, February 1st. Also, the Royals are in action at the big tournament, the Big Piney tournament in wrestling. And then on Saturday, February 1st in the afternoon and evening, the Rebel girls host Duchesne. The freshmen and JV will play in the old gym at 3 and 4:30. And the plan is to have the wrestling tournament done in time for the girls to tip off at 6 p.m. next Saturday. That's it for the look ahead. That also does it for our broadcast tonight from Rich High School. Again, the Rebel girls with a dominant victory, 52-14. They led 34-3 at the half. And the boys come back, but the comeback falls short. They trailed by 21 at the half, cut it to 13 points by the end, but lose 63-13. Once again, tune in. Don't miss tomorrow when the Rebel girls take on the North Summit Braves. Our pregame starts at 2:50 here on K80Q and mylocalradio.com. For tonight's videographer, Rob Leifson, our producer back in the studio, Alyssa McDaniel. I'm Ryan STEINECKERT. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk with you again soon.
You've been tuned in to Rich High School basketball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with live video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals: Auto Farm Chevrolet, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, by Plains Tire of Evanston, the Come On In of Casper, The Store, by Evanston Regional Hospital, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, and by mylocalradio.com. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media. Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with Evanston's Elin Olive, the Bridger Valley's Jake Hibbard, and our production assistants, Preston Bush, AJ Lamb, and Alyssa McDaniel. Biggest thanks of all to our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. And like mylocalradio.com on Facebook to stay up to date with the game broadcasts. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and online at mylocalradio.com. Until next time.
Yeah!